Previously on Myths and Mayhem.
We've got the Shadow of Zund in one corner and the half-wits in the other.
With a thunderclap and lightning trailing behind him, out of the cube comes one.
Put all our fate onto my die rolls. This is going to be great.
Right. Oh no.
Yeah, so Solace just blasts this like wave of fire and just like ensconces that whole shield-like thing that kind of melts. And also he kind of melts some of that goop as the fire washes over him.
I checked my eyebrows.
I'm gonna have no hair left after this dungeon. Anyway.
Yeah,
that might not be a bad thing.
Truth.
I am going to try to break Zun's concentration with some of Tash's hideous laughter.
Yes!
Okay.
Incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration.
Will the real slim shade of Zund please stand up?
The giant leak whirls through the air, it's leaving a glowing trail behind it, and it just pulverizes the rest of that slime into nothingness.
I am going to use Unsettling Words, which is one of my bardic inspirations.
Let me look at it a second, just to be...
He thinks it's OP, but it's actually totally legit. The DM is trying to find a way out of this, and he's not going to find it.
Gussie, be careful taunting the DM.
But also yes. Also yes.
It's not taunting. My unsettling words were, hey Zund, you want to raise the dead? You couldn't raise a barn with an army of Amish on a month of Sundays.
I think that was a clutch proning of Zund, Gusty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because he was about to wipe half the party just now.
Dang it, Dan, I know what you're doing here, and I hate it.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah.
But I hate it.
Basically, I'm swinging Glaive Thomas over my head like I'm chopping wood.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Crit!
Yes! Good job, guys.
An old man lived in a grave. He learned necromancy and died the next day. Through the black arts, he sought another way to make his dream come true and reanimate. And isn't it necrotic?
Yes. You feel inspired by your own song.
Wow, I am just really great.
I'm so good.
I'm really good.
Don't be a bomb.
It is a giant bomb.
What?
No.
Shut up.
100% a giant bomb.
No.
What?
It's so big.
No!
No.
The fuse goes down. The fuse
It
goes
wasn't
all
good.
the way down, and it blows up. The bomb just explodes, and everyone just gets covered in glitter.
It's a glitter bomb!
It is literally a
bomb?
glitter bomb.
We were so scared.
Oh my goodness.
Burt Reynolds
Oh.
says, "Let me down. This jerk needs to be shown who wears the biggest hat around here."
I think he was mostly coerced into bringing us in here, and honestly, he hasn't done anything to directly betray or cause us harm.
I hate that guy. Yeah.
I hate that guy.
Hate that guy.
I'm good. Do we have an agreement that if he does anything, I can shoot him?
Yes.
I'm shooting him.
Oh!
Burt Reynolds is, jumps off of Solace's back and pulls 2 daggers out of his boots.
Time out.
Yeah,
Is Burt Reynolds a rogue and we just had him tied up this entire time?
he absolutely is a rogue.
You sneaky punk. You do better, Cube.
Stop taunting the cube.
Can't help it.
Right.
The cube starts spinning around.
Oh, gosh.
Man.
Wild magic. What's a 53?
Everyone's hair falls out.
Do we know a wig weaver anywhere if we ever get out of this?
That is
I can shear a sheep like you wouldn't believe.
And
Shear a
Weird
sheep.
flex, but okay.
Thanks, Andesir, but this is hardly the time.
Zunda screams and says, "Enough of this." There's a like explosion out from him as he rips away his corporeal form. And all of you are thrown back 15 feet. I will merely have to rely on the rest of Reynolds' family to supply me with what I need and be whole once again. And then some. And there's a blast of purple light, and Zund, the shade of Zund, Zipials. Oh, I'm pretty sure he went to Loudwater. My family has base of operations near there. Zund has gone by many names, and he's lived for centuries in various forms, and he is going... My family's actually procuring another body for him. It is the body of a dragon, white dragon, and when he takes that form, he will basically freeze the countryside, and he will take on the form of Kelzadan.
Yeah.
Zund is planning to become a dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
We have been hired to do a job, if we all recall, but...
Oh, that's right.
Yes, that's right. We need to get the silver piece before Rockhard Goldglutz gets it.
That's right. And Silent but Deadly.
And Silent but Deadly with Ruby Rod.
How do you wrap in all of these things? I can't handle it.
I have a lot of time
tonight.
on my hands. No, I'm just kidding.
Hello everyone. Welcome in. Welcome back to episode 7 of our family-friendly D&D program. I cannot speak tonight. There it is. I lost it. Welcome back in.
You can do it.
You're doing so well.
They cursed me. No, welcome back to our family-friendly D&D program, Myths and Mayhem. It's episode 7. I'm being redundant, but tonight we are super excited to be back. A week feels like way too long because we have so much fun doing this. Hopefully you guys can all sit back, relax, have fun with us. It's going to be a great time. One thing before I hand it over to Locke, I would like to let everyone know that Spiritual Weapon, The Redemption, has had a little bit of an update. And that update is based on feedback that we got from a viewer. It was really great feedback. We were happy to make the change. So how that operates now, previously, Spiritual Weapon could only be redeemed once per stream. We've changed that to be able to be redeemed once every hour with a cap of 2 redemptions per person. So it can be, on average, it's going to be able to be redeemed 3 times a stream. But the same person can only redeem it twice. And that way we give people a little bit more of an opportunity to get in there and to use that. And it's a lot of fun, so we wanted to give more opportunities for that to come into play as well. So.
And let's face it, we're going to need the help.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll take it.
Right. So yeah, really excited about that, and that's the kind of feedback that we would love to continue to hear. So if you have some constructive feedback,
Or feedback. If you have feedback, give us that too.
Yeah. Definitely send that our way. We would really appreciate it. So, because we'd like to just keep making the program better. So with that, I'm going to take my bumbling self out of this equation. I'm going to hand it over to Locke.
Hey, that's me. Let's see. So we found ourselves arriving at a tavern last time. Do we remember the name of the tavern anymore? The Emperor's Witch Hand. Good job.
The Emperor's Witch Hand. I wanted to say King, the Emperor's King Hand, but I knew it was wrong.
The Emperor's Witch Hand. There was a group of people. Like, there's tons of people coming in because it's getting colder outside. Weirdly, in the middle of summer. And you went inside the Emperor's Hand, and you remember that Roland knows Professor Hexbox, who used to be in a band called Hessie and the Rippers, and he's kind of your in to like stay here at the tavern. There's like rooms upstairs.
He's our in.
He's our in at the end. Yes.
And so it begins.
Yeah. So give me 1 second here. Yeah, so there's various people coming and going. There was non-wrinkly Delton John, who was leaving the stage as you came in.
Very moisturized.
Yes. Done with his performance. People are like kind of modestly clapping. And then you guys also saw a camel-like man who asked for an apple juice, and once he drank it, he looked like a fox man. A mage casting a witch hand with green fingernails that was cleaning off the bar, and you also saw Golden Glutes hirees. What do you want to call them? They're the band he had hired.
Silent but Deadly, yeah.
Silent but Deadly. So you got Ruby Rod, Tormund, Parnock the Pleasant, Bob, and Wendy. Yes. So we've met them before briefly in the other town, and then Ruby Rod and his crew also rode by when you guys were about to go into Zun's lair. Very briefly. You also see before you a tiny squirrel man dressed in green armor named Churl.
What's his
Actually,
name
you don't
again?
know his name. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. We don't know his name.
You don't know his name.
Is he wearing a name tag?
He's wearing a tag. No. So you see a squirrel man who is very small, and you guys can decide what you do.
Reminds me of a tale I once heard of this rodent called Reepicheep. Heard it in passing from some guy. Don't remember where, though.
Off in the
mouse
corner,
lover.
you also see a guy named Ricky Tikki Tavi as well. So you guys come into the
Look at those
tavern.
idiots over there in the corner. What a bunch of dorks.
I can't believe Ruby Rod is here. Unbelievable. I can't believe they let him in. Last I heard, he got kicked out of this place.
Money gets you through a lot of doors, all right?
Yeah, I bet Gold Glutes has him financed. Well, you know what? I think we. What time is it? Anybody? Where's the sun? What are we talking?
Oh, it's
about?
definitely evening. If you can tell by the outside,
It's,
kind of dark and
it's up.
glowy.
Andesir, what hour is it? You understand this nature thing?
And he tells you it's like 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, ish.
Well, let's go talk to the professor here and see about getting us some rooms.
Yeah, and
I'm
you
gonna
see
look
him
around.
over at the bar, like serving patrons.
Well, I'm gonna go talk to the professor.
I'm
Okay.
looking around for anything suspicious. Like, is it just people chilling in the tavern, or is
Yeah,
there
other
anything
than
nefarious going on?
the Silent but Deadly crew, it looks like pretty nice, like, you know, just like townsfolk getting in from out of the cold and having, you know, some warm beverages and things like that.
Who's gonna? He helped us out. We still need somebody to keep an eye on Burnt. Who's gonna keep an eye on Burnt?
Well,
I go buddy system here.
I would gladly keep an
Oh,
eye
great.
on Bird.
I thought I was promised that I wouldn't have to be next to them.
You
That's
don't. You
true.
do know. You do not
Good
have.
point.
You do not have to be next to the gnome.
And
I
he
would
goes and
prefer-
stands by Andesir.
Yeah, I would
That's
prefer if you didn't stand by me, but that doesn't mean I can't watch you.
You can do whatever you need to do.
I know I can.
I don't need your permission.
You hear from your skull say, "Be nice."
Sylvia, I liked it better before you regained the ability to speak.
As your power grows, I become more vocal. Good luck.
Dang it.
I love her.
She's great. What? Can you guys switch places?
She's growing on me.
No, listen,
I'm
listen,
liking
listen.
her more.
If you think I'm bad, you haven't met my older sister. Just saying.
I do think,
think
you're
we've
bad.
met.
So, yeah.
Sort of. Anyway. She's
I walk
worse.
up to the squirrel man and say, "Hi, my name is Solace. What's your name?"
Hey, I'm Churl.
Oh, wait.
Hey,
Good to see you. Is
Cheryl.
that you?
Oh.
What?
You know him? You know Siri?
Yeah, I knew him back when he was just a little guy.
Oh.
Well, bigger than I am now, but I wasn't always this way, so
Oh,
yeah,
really?
that's a long story. I don't really want to get into it.
Oh.
But your mother had a vision, and she sent me to give you something to help you task ahead.
My mother?
Oh.
Yeah, she
Oh.
wishes she could come herself, but she's dealing with elven matters, and he kind of mumbles under his breath.
This guy sounds like
What did
Gerald
she
De
send
Niro.
me?
Oh, it's right here. And he sets out a tiny little box right on the top of the hearth where he's standing.
I'm gonna slowly reach for it and take it.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the box.
What's in the box, man?
So as you take it, it actually grows in size to be probably about, like, I don't know what you would say, maybe like 6 inches and then like, 4 inches this way. You know what I mean? Like
So the size of a controller.
Yeah, a little bigger than like a controller. And you open it up, I'm assuming.
Yes, I'm gonna open it.
And you see miniature things in there. You see a small miniature set of armor, a small little longbow, and a little ring. And as you take them out, they grow.
Oh, that's cool.
Start with the longbow and look at it. I guess it just grows in my hand.
Okay.
Got a care package from Mom.
You did.
Nice.
Must be nice.
Best.
Let's see. The first one is it actually has a little tag on it. It says Dragon Wing Bow. 3 words. And
Longbow?
Sounds fancy.
it is the fire type. It is a longbow. And then you also got Glamored, Glamored, studded leather, and a ring of evasion.
Have evasion.
Nice.
Wow.
Happy birthday.
And then there is a little note that says, "Take care of my son."
Aw.
How sweet.
P.S. The ring of evasion is so you can avoid your ex. I'm just kidding. I don't know. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
And this here is very confused by this because he has no idea what you're talking about.
Garnick's over in the corner, just chuckling.
I can dodge my. I left the axe at home.
That wasn't very pleasant. Says a voice
that?
next to Garnick.
Oh, okay.
Who was that?
Why, I'm Parnock the Pleasant.
Who?
Parnock the Pleasant.
You sound real boring.
That is quite rude, sir.
See, boring.
And he turns on his polished heel and walks away because you're being
Don't slip on that.
unpleasant to him. That man is gruesome. You hear off in the corner.
Well, he's not wrong.
Wait. Hold on. Is he one of those stupid... What are they called?
Silent but deadly.
So, yeah. It's...
That's the group known as.
Is he part of that stupid silent but deadly group? Do they even know what that name sounds like? Well, he sure was silent. Came up behind me, but you know what? Not very deadly, am I right?
How am I a skull and less gruesome than you?
And also, who are you talking to?
Sylvia. She can talk now again.
All right.
Sylvia, quiet. All right.
It's my curse.
Sylvia, don't embarrass me, all right? I have new friends.
I can handle that on my own.
Yeah. I need them to think I'm terrified. Come on.
I'm gonna ask Professor Hexbox if we are available to do so. Hey, Professor, good evening.
Oh, have mercy, you're here.
Yeah. How you doing?
Jesse?
How you doing tonight, Professor?
His name's Hesse, actually.
What? Hesse?
That's his nickname.
Hesse?
and
I
the
know his name
Rippers.
is... Oh, yeah, that's Hesse. Right, sorry. Right, Hesse and Rippers. Evening, Hesse.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Looking to get some rooms if you got any available.
I always have a room available for you. You know the cost.
I do. Got something prepared.
Oh, I would expect nothing less of the great Roland all your dice.
Oh, you flatter me. Keep going.
He gives you a knowing laugh and puts an ale on the table for you.
Agrok, you drinking anything?
Oh, yeah.
Then he he like has a little whistle around his neck and whistles, and a young man comes over with another beverage for you and places it on the counter.
Thank you, Hesse. Anything interesting going on in here tonight?
Well, just we have some live music, and
I saw Delton finishing up. How is he?
Well, he's had better nights. I'm not gonna lie.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You know, once you hit your
When he was
60s, you kinda
wrinkly,
lose
he
it.
did a lot better on stage for some reason. I don't really know what that's about.
Did you ever find out how the non-wrinkly thing happened? Last I saw him, he was wrinklier than Garnock back there.
I don't know. I think he's using that bronzer that one famous guy used to use. The really dark old gentleman.
Oh, the guy. Yeah, right.
The suntan lotion guy.
Right. Yes, I remember him. Georgius Hamiltonius. Yeah, I remember him.
Yes, him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, just. Yeah, are you looking to go on right away, or do you have something else?
You know what? Let's
already
let my people.
ridiculous.
I've got a group of 6, so we'll need a couple of rooms for all of us. Let us all get settled, and then I'll take the stage.
Yeah, I've got rooms for everybody.
Fantastic.
Actually. Even
Thank
though
you,
it's
Essie.
cold out, we've always got room for you guys.
Much appreciated. I see that we got a group down there in the corner.
Yes, Silent but Deadly.
How did Ruby get back in here? I thought he'd been kicked out.
Well, sometimes you got to keep the torches lit. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you. That's fair. All right.
I told you it was the money.
Shut up, Garnock.
What is that thing?
Oh, okay.
That's my sister's.
No, hold that.
Sylvia. How dare you?
That's Sylvia. The thing that's holding her is Garnock the Gruesome.
A fitting moniker.
Don't let him get too close. He's been hitting the hot dang and the old gnomish really, really hard lately. So just
That stuff will kill you.
Could you possibly put him in his own room so that the rest of us?
Oh, you're all getting your own rooms.
You are, Pessy. You're the best. You're
Do I need to put him out back and hose him off first?
You know what? If you could wrangle him, sure. I don't think you want to put up with the trouble though.
I dare him to try.
He's got a temper, so let's go ahead and skip.
Daedra, are you into wrangling tonight with your witch hand? She says, "Not that thing."
All right, well, I'll get set up here, Hesse, here in just a second and get things going.
That sounds
Thanks
good.
again.
Yeah, thank you. And he kind of just like keeps, wandering back.
I'm gonna enjoy my ale over here by the hearth.
Sounds good.
Question,
Yeah.
Locke. 2 of these items require attunement.
Yes.
Does that mean I cannot use them until they've been attuned?
True. When you take a rest at the tavern/inn, you'll be able to
Okay.
be attuned to them at that
I
point.
will unequip those then.
Yep.
Cool.
And was there anything you wanted to ask of Churl? Twirl's his twin.
Gosh, yes, probably. My brain is blank because I'm like so distracted by this
Andesir.
gift that I've gotten.
Andesir.
Huh? What? Who? Where?
Ask him how he got so adorable.
Ask.
Ask him how he got so adorable.
You don't ask a squirrel that. That's like asking
Yes.
a bunny how they got
No.
cute. Don't ask
No,
that.
trust me. Ask him how he got.
I'm
Ask him how he
not
got so adorable. Yes, you are. You're adorable.
Yannick, right?
How'd you know?
It was
My
the only
rib-
cost of the tavern like 4 times. Am I stupid?
I got away with it.
Why can't you be like that pleasant guy from Silent but Deadly?
Because I'm not boring, all right, Churl? Go back to the forest.
Meanwhile, Burt Reynolds is just laughing. All you see is a mustache and like teeth under his hat. That's super big.
You're still adorable, Churl.
I hate you.
And Seer, I think you should interrupt Garnock real fast and get talking here.
Yeah, no. So I'm gonna ask Churl about this armor that he's wearing. I've never seen a squirrel wear armor. I've never seen any animal wear armor before. Maybe a horse, but
Yeah. I know wasn't always an animal, okay? I'm a druid and some fool, he polymorphed me this way, and it was a curse that lasted for some reason. I can't seem to shake it.
you're you're a druid who can't shift back.
Nope.
Never heard of that before.
Yeah, nobody has. That's the problem.
That's a bummer.
Huh.
Yeah, it stinks, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I like as he's saying this, I'm like kind of half, not daydreaming, but like thinking like, huh, like druid studies and all that. Maybe I don't want to go that direction with this.
Oh my gosh. Hilarious.
Maybe I'll stick to just protecting. Oh, I will shepherd.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't really have any advice for you. He's like, it was a 1 in a million kind of thing.
Well, that one.
Just watch what you say to people. That's my only advice. And then he side-eyes the cat that's over here on the mantle with him. He gets a little nervous.
And I side-eye Garnock.
I said he's adorable. I didn't say I wanted to eat him.
I say to the
Chuck.
cat.
Do you want to eat him?
No, I said I don't want to eat him. Solace, what were you gonna say?
Oh,
I
I'm
kind
gonna say.
of shift a little bit to get between Garnock and the squirrel.
I'm gonna walk over to the
keeping
cat
Garnock away.
and ask and say, "Hi, my name is Solace. What's your name?" Oh, you're just a cat. Got it.
He's not a druid stuck as a cat. This is an actual cat that does want to eat children.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Yeah, that's not great.
No.
Don't let her go to the horses outside.
You could say that the cat is feeling churlish.
Well,
Well, the cat is... Everyone just still doesn't say anything. Churl, while he's you've distracted that cat, he bounds down and runs over to this chair and sits on the back of it, like on the back of it.
Cheryl, what brings you this way? Are you just carrying boxes and stuff?
No, I happen to be coming this way, and his mother asked me a favor.
It's cool. Where are you going?
Is Garnock just yelling this all from the corner?
I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah.
Is he yelling this from the door of the tavern the entire time?
Yeah, oh yeah, no, yeah,
He's just standing outside the door.
screaming.
yeah, no inner
Call
monologue.
him cute.
I'm on druid business, but I'm not
Oh.
going to tell you any more than that.
Oh.
You're not very nice.
No, it's okay. Listen. Life, death. You know, the circle of life. I could sing you a song, but that's Roland's job.
That's not your gig.
I know that's
gimmick
Roland's
infringement.
job. So
Yeah,
right.
Knock it off.
But
You sing. If you try to sing for our rooms, we're getting thrown out. So no, absolutely not.
I said I wasn't. I
I'm
said
just-
I wasn't. Calm down. I was in
I'm
the
just gonna
gnome
hang
choir.
I'm gonna hang out with Churl and just small conversation. Maybe ask how Mother's doing.
Yeah, she's doing all right as far as I know. I don't see her all the time or anything. She's a
Okay.
friend of the grove that I live and work in.
Oh, okay. Where's that?
Northeast of here. Near the Unicorn Run.
The Unicorn Run.
You know that's like a river and stuff in the middle of I think it's the Star Forest. I'd have to look.
I should visit sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. You're always welcome there, kid. Music kind of starts playing lightly as there's a small band that comes over on the stage, and while that's happening, Roland, the announcer, comes over to you.
Okay.
He's a new one, so you don't know his name, but he comes over here and asks if you're going to be ready after this song to...
I will be, friend. I haven't seen you here. What's your name?
I'm Tim Robbins.
Hi, Tim. Nice to meet you. Rolling out a dice.
Yeah, I've heard of you.
Oh, thank you. My reputation precedes me. Good, I hope.
Yeah, Hesse talks about you quite often.
Nice. How long you been here?
Gosh, only like a month.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. I'll be all prepared. I'll get Tasha all tuned up, and we'll be set to go.
Yeah, crazy weather we're having. Huh?
Oh, yes. Well, I wouldn't know anything about that. We were taking care of some business, and out we popped, and all of a sudden, the summer was winter, and I'm not sure I don't know what's going on. I'm just glad to find a warm place to lay our heads for a night.
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to deceive him, or are you trying to, like, is that what you really feel?
Well, no, I know what's going on.
Okay. Can you roll a
deception check?
Deception, thank you.
Yeah.
Evil laughter will be played by Goose tonight.
I know, right? Oh yeah, he believes you. He's like, all right, you'll be up in just a moment.
All right, thanks. There's a reason I put a bunch of points in deception.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, and the music dies down after the song. You know, the song ends from the band that was up there, and he's like, "Thank you, Tony and the Lockets," and they like head off into the crowd of people. And let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special treat for you tonight here at the Emperor's Witch Hand. You see Ruby Rod starts bowing and heading to the stage. Bowing? Why did I write that? Ruby Rod starts heading to the stage, and he's one of our own. You all love him. Roll in all your dice. Ruby Rod's jaw drops as the crowd starts softly chanting, "Roll in, roll in, roll in." And then he says, "Take it away, Roland."
I give a friendly wave. Thank you, everybody. Tasha and I have a little story to tell you tonight. Pluck along a little tune, and here's what we got. Making your way in Faerun today takes everything you got. Having Solace the cleric to lead the way sure does help a lot. Especially when you face undead. Necromancy's not my favorite thing, but I guess it has its place. Garnock the gruesome knows it well, it sure lights up his face. Just when you think he's earned street cred, he rubs some hot dang on his head, and everybody runs away. Hope that their nostrils don't decay. They want to go where people know old Gnomish isn't on its way. That is why everybody runs away. Though Andesir prefers fresh air and trees and sun and light, he can hit a zombie between the eyes in a room as dark as night. Yet still he feels the forest's pull. Arrak has a name that's filled with fame, but also filled with phlegm. Since he took that glitter bomb, this giant's quite the gem. If you cross him, then he'll still cave in your skull. Look out, he's frenzied like a bull, and everybody runs away. Angry barbarians out to play. If you're in his way, then you will say, man, it's just not my day. If that's where you are, then you better run away. My family didn't want me, so they sent me off in shame. But now from Waterdeep to Calimport, everybody knows my name. It's clear that Roland's nobody's fool. We may be a crew of half-wits, but we've always got our pride. And even in the face of death, we're at each other's side. By the way, Ruby Rod's a massive tool. He sings just like a wounded ghoul, and everybody runs away.
I love it.
They'd rather hear a dead horse neigh. When Ruby plays, nobody pays. In fact, they don't even stay. It's not super green, and everybody runs away.
Yes.
Though Garnock's a freak, and we fought with a leak, please let me your fears allay. Go with the half-wits, and everything will be okay.
The crowd erupts in applause. Standing ovation.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Fantastic. Good job. Good job, Gusty.
Excellent.
So good.
That was awesome.
Garnock, in the midst of all of this, snuck up behind Parnuk because he saw his chance. Parnuk was just entranced, right? Like, what a performance.
Yeah.
And so Garnock snuck up behind him and started, like, clapping and yelling and whistling enthusiastically right behind him. Yeah! And he no idea that I was there.
I was casting
That's my
light to my
boy!
finger.
Please don't tell anybody at work that I worked on that while I was on the clock today.
Wow, you even got paid for that? Dang.
Dang.
Should.
Sorry.
No, he absolutely didn't.
He did
Thank
not.
you.
Absolutely no.
Be worth it if he did, though.
Yeah, it would, right?
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm outraged, says a ruby rod. How dare you say such things to me,
You're a
sir?
giant idiot, too.
Ruby,
No one
yeah,
asked you over there, gone nuck.
Ruby, you should know by now that I only sing the truth. You're aware of this. You've experienced it before. You're going to experience it again. You know how it goes. You're lucky. You are fortunate that you have a patron that allowed you to even be in here tonight. You know.
He doesn't really. He like stammers to say something to you, and says, "I challenge you to a dance-off."
Oh, no.
They're breakdance fighting.
Somebody get the cardboard.
Fair enough.
Oh,
I'll
no,
wipe
they
the
broke
floor
out
with
the
you in that, like I do in music. Let's go.
With that, the cube spins around and glows green and zaps Garnock.
Oh, man.
like it just zaps me?
With
It
green,
zaps
and
you
you
with
have
a-
perspiration.
Oh, with green. Oh,
Perspiration.
okay. Oh. Why does this thing love me so much? I mean, besides the obvious.
Half-wit.
Yeah, I don't know if love is the
There it
I
is.
had to find my sound effect.
It's such a great sound
Nice.
effect.
That
It
is a
only
good
makes that
sound.
sound
It
when he
stings.
gets hit.
Garnick, stay over there.
Yeah, so you have perspiration. Yes, I challenge you to a dance-off.
I accept.
Would any of your stupid cronies like to join you?
Cronies.
I'm
Hey,
very
halfwits.
I'm very
Anyone
nimble.
wanna- Halfwits other than Garnick, because I know you have no rhythm whatsoever. Anybody want to come over here and help me teach this knucklehead a lesson?
Don't really. I'm
I'm better than
not much of a dancer.
I'm
Don't
better
got the
with my
moves.
fists than I am with my feet.
Well,
I could pray
I'd
for
like
you
Agrod,
while
you come
you,
stand behind me, because right now you're basically a light show, and that would be pretty awesome.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah, you're still covered in glitter, quite.
yeah.
Hence the lyric. Right.
I'm gonna turn.
I
to
should
Churl.
have been right behind you, like spinning in a slow circle as you were singing.
Is anyone else going to join them?
I'm gonna turn to Churl and say, I bet you've got some moves.
I'm not dancing. That's crazy talk. These loons are gonna get up there and make fools of themselves.
I sneak up behind Cheryl and I go, "You're adorable."
That's the
Shut
cat,
up.
Garnick. You're
gosh.
standing
I'm
next
over
to the
here.
cat.
That's a cat, idiot.
Oh.
I'm a squirrel.
You still knew who I was talking about.
He says to
Oh my
Andis, "You
gosh.
travel with this guy?"
For better or worse.
The cube of chat flies over to Roland and blasts him with gold inspiration.
Yes. Bring it in. Bring it in. Oh man, Burnt, you have any? You're a rogue. You have any skill in this area?
Nope.
All right. Fair enough.
I can help with the light show.
Please do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little fairy fire.
I'll take it.
So Solus.
Wait, you're not gonna light me on fire, are you?
No.
You can light Ruby on fire. I don't care, but don't. But I've got Essie and I go way back, so make sure the tavern is not harmed in any way.
A very intense looking duo comes up behind Ruby Rod, Wendy and Torment, and they seem to be. Wendy is, by the way, the same race as Agrok.
Ah, okay.
And Torment is the same race as Solace. Although Solace, they're opposite genders.
Yes, okay.
If you've noticed.
Yeah.
So they are coming up behind Ruby Rod since you have your dance party. They have theirs.
Yes.
And we do have rules for this.
Ooh.
Do we?
I will let you know. Basically, you guys are going to use whatever skills you want. Perform, dance, comedy. You could do tumbling, which would be like acrobatics, athletics, jump, sleight of hand, or anything you can come up with that would help you do a dance move.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to... we need to add in... Let's see. I did not come up with this, just so we're clear. For group dance-off rules, we need to do...
It's a dance-off, dude. Me and you.
Basically, what we're going to do is add your charisma bonuses together. So what is everybody's charisma bonus?
Mine's +3.
Can I give Roland a little bit of advice and cast guidance on him?
Yeah, you can do that.
Cool.
So you can add whatever that...
That won't help for the charisma, but if he's whatever else he's doing.
Okay,
go
cool.
with that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We'll basically let you add an extra D4 whenever you roll. How about that?
Oh, nice. Okay.
That's cool.
We'll fudge it a little bit on that. Because the dance-off is not in the official D&D rules anyway, so...
Yeah. We're playing house rules here.
We are.
Tavern rules.
Yes. So, the band comes back up that was playing before and starts...
Tony and the Lockets.
That's right. Tony and the Lockets come up and start playing a lively tune.
I just want to call out to the crowd, everyone. Give it up for Tony and the Lockets as we win this dance battle.
And then the announcer goes, "Let's get ready to rumble."
No. He does not say that. He says, "Let's get ready to rumble."
Yeah, there you go. I like that better.
My charisma bonus is +3, by the way.
Okay, so what is the other two?
Thank goodness.
Solace, yours
Mine's
is
-2.
Right?
No.
So we have a +1.
+1. Hey,
I gotta,
we're above 0. All right, we're above 0.
and that's all you get because I'm a big old 0 myself.
That's hey, you're not bringing us
Big.
down.
It's
You're not bringing us
That's right.
down, Solace.
So you have a +1 plus the D4 whenever you roll.
This is why you guys are crew, so that's how it goes.
Okay, so now we're doing a troop, and so anytime we do something, we're gonna roll a D20, and we're gonna add that plus. What did we say you guys had? +1. And then we'll see who gets a higher roll between you and Ruby Rod, basically.
So are each of us rolling a d20?
We'll start with you, and then we'll work
Okay.
our way through the group.
So whichever. Okay, so my performance is my best of those available skills, so I'm going to use that.
Yeah, so we're going to
Okay.
do... You can pick whatever you want to do for the dance-off, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, so I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. That's not good. But I have inspiration.
Yes.
Yep.
Good.
That's right.
All right, we'll try that again. That's better. And then I roll a d4.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Yes, you can roll the D4 on top of that.
Nice.
Awesome.
Wow.
Okay, so
22.
22. Ruby Rod rolls a 2. Plus his bonuses, but that doesn't even come into play because you're so far beyond him. So
Oh,
you
yeah, baby.
moonwalk or something, and he's goes but trips on one of the carpets.
Yes.
We'll put this there. And you can roll.
I can hear Garnick laughing all the way across the room.
Absolutely. I think we rolled dance damage.
Dance damage, baby. That's right. Let's go.
So roll a
Dance damage.
roll a
my
d4
gosh.
plus charisma.
It's hurt-
roll it.
How do I
It's
do
hurting
that?
your feelings, not your
Just roll
body.
it. You can do that right and roll 20.
Right, just roll a d4 by
Yeah.
itself, and then
Yep.
we'll add. Okay.
And then we'll add your charisma bonus.
Okay, so mine's +3. I got a 3, so it's a 6.
Awesome. So you did 6 dance damage.
Yeah.
He's
And,
so demoralized. Look at him. Look at him.
So 6. So Ruby now has to make a charisma check.
Well, that's not going to help him.
And it has to
Hey,
be.
Ruby,
So the DC
feeling super green yet?
So the DC at this point is 6. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So he'll probably beat. Hopefully, beat that. He beats it. Okay. So he's like able to recover, and then it is Solace's turn.
Oh boy. Okay, so any skill that
That
you
you can
mentioned
justify to like using a dance
Performance
routine.
based.
What if I could roll insight to see when's the best time for me to cast thaumaturgy to do like a cool like thunder and lightning show?
How about perception instead?
Good try. I appreciate the effort, Becky. I really appreciate the effort.
I did try so hard. All right. This
And
is the
fought so
+2.
long, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
It's true. Probably
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Oh hey, hey. That's
Oh
a good
wow.
roll.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're dancing crazy.
Yeah. So Torment tries to match you with your moves, and then one up.
Can't match me.
And roll terribly.
Yeah. Woo.
So then you're gonna roll a d4 and add your charisma.
Okay, so just a D4.
Yep.
This is the
plus your
best
charisma.
D&D dance battle I've ever been in.
This is pretty cool.
20 years. It's the only one I've ever. 20.
It's also the only D&D.
Right.
It's all the only D&D dance battle I've ever been in.
So 2 more. That makes
Yep.
8.
Yep.
So their DC is now
Cool.
8 to get their difficulty classes. They have to get an 8 or more.
Nice.
Oh, hold on.
Oh no!
Those bonuses.
No,
Not from that person. They. So that was Torment.
Mm-hmm.
Torment goes, ugh, as he trips and
Yes.
runs off into the crowd.
Yes! Silent and worthless. Get out of here.
Silent but worthless. And then it is Agrox.
Okay. I'd like to use athletics.
Yes. Do it. Let's do it.
That's good.
Okay.
17.
Nice. I like
Solid.
it. I like
So you
it.
do this like cool like gymnast move, almost like on a pommel horse, you know, like where you put your feet hands down and you're able to swing your legs through your hands as you lift them up and stuff. And the crowd's like loving it. Yeah. Let's see.
And the glitter is just flashing.
Oh, it's
All the lanterns are being reflected.
dazzling.
And yeah. Mhm.
He's like the sun.
I am my own disco ball.
Glorious.
That's
Yes.
right.
That's right.
Oh! Wendy gets down and busts a move.
That's not good.
Man.
And yeah, she beats your score, and so you will take damage this time.
Wow.
Only one
Oh,
though.
nice.
That was gonna be hard to beat.
So now you
I was about
need
to
to
nickname
roll.
him Mirror Ball.
Yeah, so Wendy just gets down and like does this awesome like break dance maneuver,
Like a
and like does
Florence
the
size
spin
thing,
where
yeah.
she like lays on her side at the end. And the
Didn't
crowd's
expect
loving
that
it.
one.
I know, right? And so then you need to roll a d20 plus your charisma score.
D20 plus charisma.
Don't roll a 1. Don't roll a 1. Okay.
Excellent. So you're perfect.
11.
11. It works. It does the trick.
Nice.
You're turning it up to 11.
So it's back to rolling again.
All right. Same deal. D20 plus charisma. Right? Is that what we're doing?
Yes. Yep. Sorry.
Uh,
And you can do like whatever type of performance or whatever.
oh, I can just roll it there. That's right.
Yep.
Ooh. That's 12.
Not
13.
terrible. Okay.
Oh, wait, I've- Oh.
And you can roll
Okay.
a d4 again because I'm allowing guidance to keep going. for you. That's like
thank you.
Andesir's contribution to the dance.
Thank you, Andesir. I got another 4. Andesir, you're the
Nice.
you're the man Desir.
Oh! All right, so we'll see if Ruby
Fall on your
Rod.
face again, Ruby. That's right.
Ruby Rod it does not quite make it.
More like Ruby Fraud, am I right?
So you can roll. You can roll your damage on him again. 1d4 plus charisma for damage.
All right.
Dance damage. Excuse me.
That's a 1 plus a 3 is a 4.
Okay, so they're at 12 dance damage, which is really bad for them.
Yes, it is.
Um,
Because they stink like Garnet on his best day.
they do not make
Yeah.
it. Wendy goes, "We're not gonna win this." Apparently, that's my quintessential female thing.
Female voice. Has Ruby at this point rolled himself up in the carpet somehow? Or is he hanging from a chandelier or something? Because this
Wait,
is the
who
worst
is?
performance. Ruby. His performance is so bad right now.
It's awful.
Yeah.
They're just not in sync with each other. And
I'll compare it to this. I am not joking. There was once a music video that Phil Collins did, Oren's favorite singer, that Phil Collins did for the song Two Hearts, where he did a little dance number, and I am not joking, with WWF wrestler The Ultimate Warrior. It is not a joke. It actually happened.
What?
It was, yes, look it up on YouTube. It's real. And this is the equivalent of The Ultimate Warrior trying to dance in that video. That is what's going on here right now.
I mean, that's awesome. Okay,
I yell across the room at Parnuk. Your friends are as boring as you are.
you're the most unpleasant creature I've ever met, and I met a beholder once.
Is that an insult?
It was
What's a beholder?
a big eyeball thing with little
There you
eyeballs.
go.
Oh, beholder. Okay, I'm with you now. Yep.
Okay, Ruby Rod attempts to do a performance check and rolls a 14 total. So you need to now match it.
Okay, so that charisma thing again?
Yes, you'll do.
Or do I do? Wait, no, wait.
You'll
wait,
roll
hold
a
on.
d20 plus charisma.
I messed up last time. I didn't roll my performance. I rolled my charisma, so I was actually lower than I should have been.
Oh,
So what am I doing? Okay, what am I doing now?
it's okay if you roll performance. That's
Okay,
fine.
cool.
That's essentially what he's doing.
I was so overconfident that I lost my balance.
Yes, and you try to play it off like, oh yeah, I just fell and like
I meant
put my
to do
hand
that.
down and
Yeah,
tried. But the
that was not good.
people aren't quite buying it,
No,
and Ruby just starts laughing at. And
you have nothing to say, fraud.
fraud. I love it. This is my favorite part so far. And he hits you for 5.
All right, so it's
dance damage. So
12
you're
to
at
6? 12 to 6. Okay.
So now you need to roll a D20
Oh, right.
and add your charisma modifier.
So just a D20 with
And
the
you have to
charisma
beat a
now.
6.
Okay. All right.
Or match it.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. Yeah. So he's like, drops. And then it is Solace's turn.
Okay. All right. So now I roll my perception.
Yes.
Yep.
20. Here we go.
Be good. Be good. Be good. Be good. Yeah.
17.
Nice.
Look at you with the light
Alright.
show. I love it.
Okay.
Using
and
fairy
then
fire, you said?
He's the only one left. So.
I did thaumaturgy instead.
Oh, what did you do with your thaumaturgy?
Oh, well, let's see. This time I did like a big drum roll, and then I have to see what else I can do. And then I slammed all the doors to open and shut.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's fine. Everyone goes,
Is there a fireplace in here, by the way?
Yeah, it's like
Is that-
right where Churl was. It's a double fireplace.
Charles on the chair.
Yes, he's
Perfect.
over here now.
Good
Yeah,
to
where
know
Garnick
for
and the
my
cat are.
next
Garnick and the cat
thaumaturgy.
are at the fireplace.
And Burt Reynolds,
And Burt.
And Burt
Okay.
Reynolds, that's true.
who doesn't want to become Burt Reynolds again.
Not again. No, not again.
Right. Yeah. All right. I'd roll at what? D4? Is that right?
Yes. Well, actually, he
Wait.
beat you.
He got you. He got you by 1.
You do not get to roll.
Oh, I didn't even see.
And
Oh.
it's Agrok's turn.
Boo.
Bow, bow.
Yep. You guys are kicking their faces.
Yes, we are.
Oh.
Oh. That's not
that
good.
time, though, probably.
Army.
We'll see what
He can
happens.
still fail. He's been
Oh!
Oh, so close.
Come on.
Yeah. He also gets to add something to that, but he's at a 12. Yeah, so he beats you this time. What were you were doing athletics again? So probably
Yeah.
another
Yep.
time. This time you caught one of your wrists as you swung your feet around and hit like one of your arms out from underneath you, and you kind of over. And then it is Roland. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roland's turn.
And for my next trick, something better.
Oh wow. You just beat him. So you get to roll damage again, which is.
Oh, I didn't even roll my D4 for my
I mean,
my
you can if you want
guidance.
to, but you
I
beat
don't-
him.
Yeah, I beat him anyway. So D4 for damage, right?
D4 plus charisma. Yep.
Right. Okay. Yes. 7 damage.
Holy moly!
Wow.
7 total damage.
19.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a high DC. We'll see what happens. No, he fails.
Yeah.
What? This has never happened to me before.
Yeah,
And he
that's not the
runs.
first time you've said that.
He doesn't even run to the crowd. He leaves.
Clay.
No, I'm not. He says, "No, I'll never be a teen model."
You haven't been a teen for 20 years. Get out of here.
And Ruby Rod runs into the night.
Well done, everybody. We showed that fraud.
The crowd is loving it. Woo! Yeah! All right.
Solace, take a bow. Take a bow.
Cheryl goes, "That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen, but I kind of liked it." At the same time.
Oh, Churl, you've seen our show before.
You're familiar with our work.
You're
No,
familiar
but
with our work.
I like you. I like this guy. Yeah, so the crowd is just loving it. They start chanting, "Rollin', rollin'," and then somebody corrects them, "No, half-wits, 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 half-wits." And even the cube
I'm
goes
egging him on.
half-wits.
Yeah.
And
Hey, that means Cube. I point to the Cube and go, Cube, you realize that means you're cheering for us right now.
it goes silent.
Well done, everybody. Well done.
very
Well
well
done,
Yeah, great job,
team.
guys. So what do you guys do? You hang out in the bar, or like you go in, like relax for the night, kind of thing?
Well, I'm gonna take a seat and finish my ale, which I left over here on a table. I'm gonna holler across the bar. What'd you think of that, Hesse?
Not bad, just like the old days, eh?
Ah, that's good, friend. Thank you much.
Have mercy.
Any of you, any half-wits? Anybody else?
I love that delayed reaction.
It does make it better.
It took me a second to get there, but I got there. Anybody else need an ale? Or Garnick, whatever it is that you drink.
Yes.
Garnick's
I'll take
already
one.
asleep. Garnick's like so tired. He's just like,
He's like laying by the hearth under, like with the cat.
Daedra, do you think you could... I know you don't really want to, but nobody else wants to touch him. Could your witch hand carry him up to his room?
She says no, but then she casts Tensor's floating disc and is able to escort him to his room.
Many thanks, many thanks.
as Garnick passes, you hear him kind of mumble in his sleep, "Onions."
What is the rest of Silent but Deadly doing right now? They're all spread out.
They're kind of cowering in the corner at this point, like sitting at a table playing, like drowning their sorrows. Parnik the Pleasant is just going to greet people, though. He seems kind of like not like the rest of them as much, maybe.
I'm gonna go. I want to go talk to Parnik.
Okay.
May I? Pardon me. May I join you?
Of course.
Roland Allardyce, and you are?
Parnik. Well, they call me Parnik the Pleasant.
Parnock, you've met our rather somewhat unfortunate companion, our own gnome. I see. I saw.
Yes,
earlier.
he's quite gruesome.
Yeah, that's what we call him. He's a bit of a necessary evil. What brings you here?
Well, I'm working for one Golden Glutes.
Yes, I saw the company that you were keeping. What brought you to his employ?
To his employ, well, I was looking for work, and I'm becoming a wizard in my own right, and what better way to work on my craft than out in the field?
That's fair. That's fair. Do you mind telling me anything about what it is you're looking for?
I'm sorry, I did not hear you over this ruckus.
My apologies. That's partially my fault. I got this crowd riled up a little bit.
Yes,
what'd you think of my? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate
Though
that
I'm
very much.
afraid Ruby might never recover.
That's for the best. Quite frankly, we don't. The less we see of him, the better. And I'm sorry for you, that you have to travel with him.
He is an unpleasant creature.
He is.
Unfortunately, but I have hope that he can turn his life around.
Well, if humiliation is the key, then he's on his way. Hopefully that'll turn out.
He smiles at you and says,
Burn!
I suppose you may have helped him along on that journey.
It was my goal, and it's whatever I can do to help my fellow man in improvement of his life.
That's
it's
quite
that kind
kind of you, I suppose.
Oh, well, thank you. What kind of work are you doing for this gold glutes? You said?
Yes, we are after one silver piece that belongs to Ebenezer McDrake, I believe.
Oh, Ebenezer McDrake. Did they give you any information about him? Not sure I'm familiar with that name.
Information about Ebenezer McDrake?
Yes, I haven't heard that name. I've heard gold glutes in passing, but I don't know of this McDrake.
Aren't you working for him?
Can I do a deception check?
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
Excellent.
Okay. Ooh. Let's see what he gets. He rolled a 1. I guess I'm confused. I must have had you confused with someone else. He talks about you all the time. I just assumed, I suppose.
Wait, who talks about me all the time?
Ruby.
Well, Ruby, yes. Well, we've gone to this point, having seen what he tried to pull on the dance floor and couldn't, and from your experiences traveling with him, do you really believe that Ruby is A, all there, and B, consistently telling the truth about things?
Well, no.
Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, you strike me as quite a pleasant person, and one who wants to see the best in people. And as you said, you're looking to see him improve his life, and you want to assume that the people are telling you the truth and giving you their best. And unfortunately, Ruby, not so much.
I mean, that's probably true on some level.
So this McDrake, what's his deal? From what you've heard,
he's some rich man. Eric Hokra of some sorts, I think. He's duck-like. I don't mean to be rude or unpleasant. And he made his fortune with that very first silver piece. And I believe his old residence is in Loudwater.
All right.
And he moved to Waterdeep.
Oh, what does Gold Glutes want with this silver piece? What's so important about it?
I think it's bragging rights. I don't really know. I didn't ask a lot of questions, to be honest. I'm not really the head of the party. Ruby is.
Oh, well, that's again unfortunate for your sake. I'm sorry for that.
That's what you keep saying. Yes.
Yes. My apologies. I tend to repeat myself. He and I have had a bit of a grudge going for some years, and I don't lose my head around him. As you can see, I certainly took care of him on the dance floor, but there's some deep-seated feelings there. I'll admit. Well, Pardok, I think I'm going to turn in. Thank you for your time. I enjoyed speaking with you.
Yes, any time. It was a very pleasant conversation.
And I return back to my couch.
and he starts talking to the people at the table, and actually starts playing some sort of game, Settlers of Catan, I believe it's called.
My ears perk up when I hear something about a sheep.
I'll trade you 2 sheep for 4 wood.
I'm pretty sure there
a pair of
isn't any.
shears.
Yeah, I didn't think there was any shearing involved.
Roland, as you're sitting there, a young man runs in from outside. He has a name tag on that says Ed Sheeran, and he hands you a small box.
Wait.
I quit.
We literally just hold on. We literally just talked about sheep, and now Ed Sheeran shows up.
Yeah, it's a weird coincidence.
Are we sure it's not Edward Shearing?
No.
Okay. All right. He hands me a box.
He has
Hi,
a
Ed.
cousin named Edward Scissorhands, though.
They come from a long line of shearers.
They do.
They're all named Ed or Edward. He comes and hands you a box. It's bound in like brown paper and tied with like twine or something, like some rudimentary string.
Mm-hmm. I say thank you, and I want to look at it before I open it because I don't know who this Ed
When you
Sheeran
do,
is.
you notice a seal on it. It's your family seal.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna open this right here. Everybody, I'm that dance party battle took it out of me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn in. I'm gonna head to my room and call it a night.
So Roland wanders off, and
None of you saw that crest, by the way. I was over sitting by myself,
it's true.
so you can forget you see.
I'll
her.
let Andesir roll a perception check.
Ooh, caught me on a bad day.
Yep, he didn't notice.
I'm distracted by my own gift and the conversation with the squirrel that I don't have to use any effort for. It's like it's just a conversation with the squirrel.
He's talking to you about the Starwood and various places where your mom's family lives, and something about migrations of certain creatures and things like that, and how the sudden cold will probably be dangerous to all the flora and fauna and creatures in the surrounding area. Roland, you make it up to your room. It's the one you always stay in, so you knew right where to go. And it's just like this little tiny, nice. It's nice, but it's small. Way at the end of the hallway. Hesse knows that you like your privacy.
I do. For my door.
You notice there's a little serving a gentleman. He's a halfling, and you know him as Joey Gladstone. And he says, "Is there anything you need, Mr. Roland?"
Oh, good evening, Joey. How have you been?
I've been good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I make sure that I slip this box underneath my shirt here. It's private. I don't want anyone, no prying eyes.
I saw your
into it.
dance battle. Way to kick Ruby's butt again.
Yeah, again. Thank you, Joey. That was that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
It was
No,
cool.
I don't think I need anything tonight. I think I'm well settled. But thank you.
All right, I'll bring anything up if you need it. Just ring the bell in your room.
All right, will do. Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye. Cut it out.
Had I been in the conversation, that was coming up. Do it, Gusty.
So you make your way to your room, I'm assuming.
I make my way into my room.
Kylar said I was waiting for it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you open the package, or break the seal, and inside you find a few things, but you find a letter, and it says, "Dear son, I do hope this letter finds you well. We miss you so and are hoping that you will return home so we can discuss why you left. Your mother and I just don't understand. Also, I know I told you that Tasha was yours once I departed from this world, but I was hoping to have a few more years with the old girl. Please send word or some other correspondence so we know at the very least that you are okay. With a father's love, toss in all your dice.
I didn't even come up with a name. I didn't even come up with a name. That's brilliant.
P.S. I've included a small bauble in hopes that it might keep you safe until you return home. You find inside a ring of protection.
Ah, excellent.
Nice.
Put that in my inventory.
Solace, what are you up to?
Yes.
Along next to my ring of swimming.
Yeah, I
So-
noticed that. I looked on all your character sheets to see what you guys had today.
Nice. To continue the theme of talking to animal creatures / people,
There is
I'm gonna
another
go
cat
talk
in
to the
room.
camel-like man.
Does he be
now looks
does he be
very
a fox-like
fox-like.
man now?
Yes.
Hi,
Hi, my name is Solace. What's your name?
I'm Fox-like man.
Fox-like man. Interesting.
That's his name.
Absolutely it is.
How did your parents come up with that one? Huh.
We're Fox-like people. That's our last name.
Okay.
Fox-like.
Oh,
It's
do
like
you see
Mario,
your
Mario. Yeah, okay.
Does
Yeah.
your family is your family near here?
Oh no, we live down in Kalimshan in the desert.
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen my family in a long time. This tavern actually reminds me a lot of them. I haven't seen them in a while because I accidentally burnt it down.
Oh jeez, that sounds
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not been
Need an apple juice?
An apple juice. Huh. Well, didn't you look a little different before?
Yeah, it was quite camel-like when I came in. It was weird. Almost as if I was a bad drawing.
It wasn't the apple juice that did this to you, did it? Wasn't
No, the
it?
apple juice made me more fox-like, actually.
Okay. I think I'm good. I'll be alright.
Okay,
I'm not very thirsty. Nice talking to you.
okay. And it just
I
goes back
never
to drinking
claimed
apple juice.
to be an artist, okay?
Thank you, Gardic Phone.
That's the most absurd thing I've ever listened to. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it was dumb. Then you see Burt Reynolds go, really dumb joke. Yeah, that was a really dumb joke. Garnock, are you still asleep? You were carried off to bed. Never mind.
You were carried off to bed. Yeah.
So the rest of you... Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm almost tempted to like wake up abruptly in a dark room and be like, "Who touched me?" and like storm back downstairs. But you know, I think I'll stay sleeping though. I think
Okay,
I'll
so
chill.
you guys like spend the rest of your night like talking to people, the rest of you that are out there. Troll goes, I'm gonna hit the hay, and like makes his way to his little room. It'd
be awesome if he actually slept on
and the rest
hay.
of you all make
That'd
your
be
way to your
fantastic.
rooms. What's that?
It'd be awesome if he slept on hay. It's a squirrel. That would be like
Yeah, he actually
You know,
sleeps in a room that's
hit.
built into the stable wall.
the hay. Right. Yeah.
He is literally hitting the hay.
Thank you.
That's canon now.
Okay.
You hear him go.
Yeah, he's got to punch it a few times to make it
Yeah.
comfy.
You make it soft.
Can I just say, I think "that's canon now" is my favorite phrase.
Yeah,
My favorite D&D phrase of
run
all
with
time.
things
now.
around here.
Yeah.
So you had your first dance battle, and
And we
you
won.
guys
We
have
dominated.
Dominated.
Dominated the disco, baby.
It would be interesting to do a bard group sometime where they went around doing dance battles and performing.
That would be interesting. That'd be fun.
Ruby was Panic, and we were the disco.
Oh, loved it.
You see what I did there?
So, are we resting now?
Yeah. So you guys take a rest. You can attune to your objects.
Just one or as many
All
as
of
we
them.
can? All of them. Okay.
I don't know if you need to attune to yours as well, Roland.
Oh, like the ring?
Yeah.
So I got the ring of protection as
Ring of
well. The
protection.
only thing I got that's new. I don't know. How do I see if I do need to attune
It should
to
have a little letter A next to it.
It does not.
Okay, then you should be fine.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's about time to take break. Why don't we do a little bit of an earlier break tonight? For like 5
Are we
6
taking a
minutes?
long rest here? Or
Yes.
we haven't actually...
You haven't
Did anyone
since
do anything
you-
that required
Yeah.
long rest
I don't
stuff?
believe you
I don't think
have.
so.
No.
Okay.
So we're taking a long rest, but I don't think it'll change anything for you guys. And then
Sure.
the group outside of that is taking a real-life short rest for a few minutes, and then we'll reconvene.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing confusing about that.
Sounds good.
Not at all.
All right.
BRB.
BRB.
All right, see you in a minute.
Be right back, everybody.
Hello, chat. How is it going? What is up? We got in the stream tonight. I saw Time Frame stopped in for a minute. Nixa, hello. Tony. Who else we got? Peripherist, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Middle-aged Dan, how you doing? You guys, I am so tired. I made the terrible mistake of staying up way, way late last night with stream. Locke and I were talking with everybody, and it was a really good time, but...
It was fun,
tired.
but it was foolish.
It was. I mean, every once in a while, you know...
I know.
It just happens.
Yep, absolutely.
But, yeah. Hope everybody is doing well. Ooh, my phone almost fell there. Yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. Hopefully you're having fun. It's been a good night.
I'm having a good time.
Yeah. For sure. I wonder how many people went on a break when we went on a break.
Probably plenty.
Right.
Sorry, we'll make our way back in.
For sure. Yeah, I'm tired. It hurts. I'm so tired that it like hurts my face to smile.
Oh, fun.
So.
I really would want to say at this point, it hurts my face when you smile too, but that would be mean, so I'm not actually going to say that.
I don't know why I went for
I'm glad you didn't say that. That would have been
Yeah, that would be really rude, right?
That would have been awful.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
That's the kind of thing a jerk would say. I mean, come on.
Or someone that's gruesome.
Who would do that? Yeah, Garnick would, but, you know.
Garnick would.
Garnick would absolutely say that in a heartbeat, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. He's so fun to play. I get so
Absolutely.
much enjoyment out of...
You really do. There hasn't been a time, I think, that you've actually been doing his voice where you're not grinning ear to ear the entire time.
It's true.
Yeah. That's
been since day one of him playing.
Yeah.
yep, I really...
Even when he played him in
really
the group
enjoy
I
him.
was in.
Yep. There's something about playing a character that's kind of like neutral, you know what I mean? Like he's not bad, but he's not good either, you know what I mean? And there's just something fun about that, especially because I feel like it's different than my normal personality. In some ways, and so that's what makes the character really. Kylars goes, "Is it?"
I heard that. I heard that.
There's just something really fun about playing him, and I don't know. I have a blast. I was so excited. When I got the opportunity to play him in this group, and of course I would have played whatever to help the group, like fit the group and all that, but like when it kind of played out that it would work, I'm like, yes,
that you could be the wizard of the group.
because I just love this character. So very, very different than the very lawful good cleric I played last. So
You did play briefly an artificer in our Christmas one shot or whatever.
oh right, I really enjoyed that.
Oh, he was fun too.
He had
He was
basically
a good character.
kind of an old west
Thanks.
wands for like guns almost.
Well, they were guns.
Oh, you did
right?
have guns,
They
didn't you?
were guns. So an artificer is kind of like melding magic and machinery,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and so he had like a long range rifle, and then
That's why I'm thinking that. Yeah.
he had two like 6-shooters, Juan and Juanita.
Yeah.
And they were the bomb. They were so awesome.
They were awesome.
I can't remember the name of my rifle. But
Oh, I don't remember that
was-
either.
I mean, so like, you know, like trench coat, like, you know, cowboy hat.
Oh, okay, that's
6
cool.
shooters. It was
Yeah.
really fun. It was really fun.
Yeah,
So,
he wore like a big enchanted like duster.
yep. And then
I can see
even
the inspiration for that.
yeah. Even the druids that Clay and I played. The back and forth on that was really good, especially
Absolutely.
when again Clay's face when Viovis died right at the beginning, and Clay had written this whole backstory on how we were brothers, and then I immediately
We're brothers,
died.
troll.
It was so good.
Well, we gotta bring him back now.
Let's take 2 years to do it.
That was a moment that really we kept saying we wish we were streaming or at the very least recording this because it was so good. Like
We had a
even
lot of fun.
the whole path that Locke took us on, the side path for 9 months that
The
was supposed to be
short
the short side quest.
You know how I do.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. So, but anyway,
Okay,
Yeah.
so we sleep at night at the Emperor's Witch Hand, and Joey Gladstone greets you all in the morning. Hi, guys! Ah! And no need to scream, guy.
do you think you could knock next time? I don't have any clothes on. Get out of here. Go.
I just walked down the hall. You had the door open.
Wait a minute. I don't remember getting here.
I think
don't-
Agatha carried you up with her magic.
I don't have any clothes on. Get out of here.
All we know is
I'm in the
Agatha
hall,
carried
like
you up
I
there with her
said.
magic. We don't know the rest of what happened.
Your sister says, you did this to yourself. And she's like, you notice her face on the skull is turned away. Like it's facing in the corner in the wall.
Sylvia, what are you talking about? I did what to myself?
I'm not going down this road again with you.
What?
Again.
You were sleepwalking. That's all I'm going to say. Right? That's why I'm hiding in the corner.
Look at Clay holding it all inside.
He's
like,
holding it all
full
in.
effort. Full effort. Keep it in.
Hold it in. It's leaking out his eyes. He's holding it in so hard.
Not what I meant to do anyway.
That being said, you smell the scent of bacon and eggs, other various breakfast treats.
Imagine the two of
laughter.
us teaching a class. Imagine the two of us teaching a class. This was us
What a mess. I
teaching classes. Anyway.
Okay.
smell delicious treats and hear laughter down in the tavern. As you make your way down the stairs, you find a disgruntled, surly squirrel with a few pieces of hay stuck in the back of his head and the fur. And and he says to Garnock as he comes down the stairs, "What are you looking at?"
Whatever I want to look at. You're adorable.
He says something that you don't quite catch, but you know it's not good.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I was laughing too hard.
I caught it.
Who just came downstairs? Was
You.
it sure?
You.
No.
And you
Okay.
talk
Who
to
was?
Churl.
Okay. Good.
The squirrel.
Okay. Good.
I believe he said something like squeakity squeak squeak squeaking.
It did sound very tiny to you.
And I caught the inflection on the squeaking.
You absolutely did. It's derailed.
We've lost him. We've lost Orin for good. He's done. He's out. Garnock's sleeping the day through. Oh man.
Oh man.
Bert seems like he's been up for a
Perfect.
couple of hours and is off on the side eating breakfast. Professor Hexbox seems to be looking in a tray and like fixing his kind of pompadour, almost like hair. And various people are, coming in, and you hear somebody say, "Oh man, the weather out there." They all have got like fur coats on and cloaks and things like that are heavier. You do not see actually anybody from what's it called?
Silent but deadly.
Yes, thank you. Silent but deadly, except for Parnik the Pleasant.
They squeaked out in the night.
Who seems to be playing? Yes, he seems to be playing Settlers of Catan as well. Again, over some pancakes.
Where am I? I can't find myself here.
I have to put you back on the map then, probably.
Ah.
Where is your character? I don't know where I put your character. Give me a second.
I've vanished into the endless void of eternal nothingness,
You've
just like monkeys.
disappeared. There you are.
Okay. Amble out to the bar and get me some breakfast.
Yeah, and you see some of your crew there. The fox-like man is sitting there. He finishes his breakfast and gets up and goes and talks to somebody over here. And Wendy shouldn't be there. And you guys are having your breakfast. And Andesir is apparently hanging out with Churl again.
I want to come up to
I'm eating a fish.
Parnik.
You're eating, baked fish with lemon.
Nice.
Don't talk to it, Solace.
Don't talk to him? Is that what you said?
Did you say don't talk to it?
Don't talk to the fish.
Oh.
Oh.
I thought you were saying that about Parnik.
Garnick already tried talking to a cat, so it would be on brand.
That's right.
Greetings, mighty
Hi.
dancer.
Oh, I mean, thank you. My name's Solace, and not
I'm
really.
Parnik the Pleasant.
Oh, wonderful. So I was just wondering, where's the rest of your party?
I believe they left. I've decided to not join them.
Really? Oh, where were they headed?
They're heading towards Loudwater. I was talking with Roland last night, and he seemed to think that I was in bad company, so I took his advice and stayed here.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, I think that's probably for the best.
There are other ways to become a wizard, like playing this here tabletop game.
You can become a wizard playing that?
No, but it's fun.
Okay. All right. Well,
Next, we're playing the Cones of Dunshire, if you'd like to enjoy, hang out with us.
It's all about the cones.
That's right.
well, this has been pleasant, but I'm gonna go eat some breakfast now.
Yes, I hear the waffles are quite pleasant.
He likes that word.
Yes.
That's why they call him Parnik the Pleasant.
Just because he says pleasant over and over.
Yeah.
He's
that's
actually a
weird-
jerk. He just uses the word a lot.
Right? Yeah.
I hate you pleasantly.
If that guy says pleasant one more time, I'm shoving my sauteed onions up his nose.
Gruesome, perhaps if you played the Cones of Dunshire, you wouldn't be in such a bad mood all the time.
Speaking of Garnick's sauteed onions, I'm going to take my breakfast and eat it over here.
What?
You hit the hot dang pretty hard this morning, my friend.
I smell great.
Do you ever put hot dang or old gnomish on your food? I'm just wondering.
No, that's
Like,
disgusting.
you-
It's
do you
it's
ingest it
deodorant.
as well as put it on you?
Roland, no, it's deodorant.
No,
Why
it's
in the world?
no, it's odorant. That's what it is. It's not deodorant. It's odorant.
Did I read the bottle wrong?
Possible. Or else your nose works very differently than the rest of ours.
My life is.
Garnick, I'm going to have to ask you to sit over in the corner there where no one is.
Aw.
What? Why?
That man over there to your left just threw up.
Why is that my problem?
We don't really allow those synths into our establishment.
Listen, I'm not very happy before I've had my breakfast, all right? Lay off.
Garnick, you know I sang about this exact thing last night. Do what Hesse says. You want to stay here again?
Fine. Where am I
You
going?
guys finish your
Sorry,
breakfast, and Churl says to Andesir, "I wish you well, kid. Look me up if you ever in the Starwood."
I will. Thank you again.
Yeah, anytime. Well, anytime I happen to be in the same direction you're going.
I tell Roland that we should probably get going pretty soon because the other group is already ahead of us.
Yeah, agreed. If they're on their way, and they probably weren't traveling they probably travel faster, honestly, without Parnuk. So I think we should gather the group.
I am quite slow. What a pleasant observation.
I noticed.
And yeah, you guys get your stuff together. Hesse does say to you that he has some warm gear in the storeroom in the back, which he'd be happy to let you guys have because it's getting nasty out there and you don't seem dressed for the weather.
Thank you, Hesse. I'm so grateful I'm tongue-tied. So grateful I'm tongue-tied. This doesn't happen very often. The silver tongue usually, just gets to go no problem. Thank you, Hesse.
We all have our days.
Well, it's early in the morning. I haven't gotten warmed up yet. But I will get warmed up with the gear you're going to lend us. Hey, there we go. All right, I'm back.
He's like, it's the lost and found, but you should be able to find what you can in the lost and
That's right,
found.
little
So,
out of the teeth. Little teeth flash.
Joe Pesci?
The only closest thing we've got to Joe Pesci is Garnick.
That's true. Or Churl, I suppose. Yeah, so
I caught that.
a lady known as Aunt Becky by everyone on the staff comes out and brings the lost and found and kind of dumps it at the end of the counter over here. And she says, "You're welcome to take whatever you need." The only thing they can find at Garnick size is a human child's like onesie that looks like a raccoon.
Yes, I love it.
I love
So
everything
great.
about that.
I'd rather freeze to death.
And Garnick, dear, if you don't put it on.
Garnick, Garnick, you would be adorable.
Garnick,
You hear Churl off in the corner dying.
here's the deal, Garnick, okay? You understand? I want to tell you what's going on here. Either you take it and you travel with us, that's what keeps you warm, or I'm going to also invite Parnuk along.
That would be very pleasant.
I'll
I
kill
did
him.
not say this out. I didn't say this out loud. I did not say it just to Garnick.
Oh, okay.
A slow, painful death after I rip out his tongue because I don't want to hear him comment the whole time.
So you can avoid this because he will accept. All right, he will accept. So you can avoid this by putting that thing on, and we're gonna get out of here. All right.
Aunt Becky, do you have a really big winter hat? And she says, yeah, there happens to be one right here. And she plunks it over his other hat. And it's a furry version exactly of his former hat.
It's funny because it's bigger than a regular hat.
It's funny because
This is a terrible morning. I hate this.
It also looks like a raccoon.
It does have a single raccoon tail that like hangs
Yes,
down
it's like a Davy Crockett hat.
off to the side.
I picture them all bundled up like a Cossack or something.
It sticks out to here.
Yeah, it's a really big hat.
Somebody's playing a dastardly trick on me.
Don't forget he's the rogue of the party, by the way.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. All right, so you guys get all bundled up. Do you take the raccoon costume, we'll call it? Garnick?
I'm considering.
Oh, just take it, you fool!
Seriously.
You got it, dude.
I can't even process this right now. I am gonna get you back so hard.
Garnick, do you want Zund to end up becoming the most powerful necromancer in Faerun, or do you want that to be you? Because if we don't stop him...
Hold on. Are you telling me that the choice is between Zund becoming the most powerful necromancer ever and freezing the world, or me wearing these jammies? Hold on, I need to think about it for a moment.
You still hear in the background, ah! Oh my god! Yeah. He actually falls off the counter.
Churl, you're great, but you're not helping.
A raccoon!
I hate you so much right now.
Oh man.
Oh, lock. God dang it.
Yeah.
Garnick steps outside for a moment. He leaves Sylvia on the counter very pointedly and walks outside to get some fresh air for a moment before coming back in, grumbling the entire time, slaps Parnuk upside the back of his stupid head.
What did I do? I'm pleasantly playing Codes of Densha.
I know! That's my problem. And then walks into the back to put on the stupid jammies, he yells.
He comes back out, and it is adorable adjacent.
I picture him walking out like Ralphie from the Christmas Story.
It looks like Mario in the Tanuki suit. It has this little flap for an eyepiece that actually looks like a mask if it's flipped down.
Awesome.
So you can. That's an optional part, though.
I objectively look like an idiot.
Well,
We look fantastic.
I think you.
If we're being honest, it's not much of a change, so we're going to be okay.
Raccoon jammies is a huge change.
I can't believe he did it. And you guys make your way out into the cold with the provisions
No
that
one
Hesse gives
knows
you.
about this, all right? This does not end up in some crazy, awesome log about our adventures, all right? No one knows.
Garnick, you're traveling with the Bard. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to delete this
If you
from my
write a
memory.
song about this, you are no longer my favorite artist.
It's a risk I'm willing to live with. Let's go.
Tanuki Garnick, says Kailaris.
Tanuki Garnick.
And you guys make your way out into the freezing cold. There's a blast of wind when you open the doors, and everyone's like, "Close the doors!"
We walk a little bit down the
That
street.
gust of wind was not pleasant.
That wasn't pleasant, like my demeanor.
Wait. He's not with us, is he?
No, he's
No,
not
he's
with us.
not.
Okay,
No,
man.
you
for
put,
the love.
Garnick, you put the suit on.
That would have
I did
been
not invite
that
him.
would
That
have
was
been
the
the
deal.
last straw. That would have been nuclear. Anyway, no.
We're gonna have to find a new necromancer.
yeah, right. This stream just
honestly,
ends.
I pull Andasir and Solace and aside and say, between you and me, I almost did invite Parnuk, but Garnick's still kind of useful, so keep it on the down low.
We walk a couple yards down the street, and you kind of hear Garnick in the back kind of going, "They are kind of warm."
I told you so.
You like them.
It's the fur lining. It reminds me of the jammies I had back home. Shut up, Sylvia. Don't tell anyone.
We holler out, thank
Do they have little feet?
Absolutely, it's 100% full body.
It's footy jammies, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aunt Becky. Thank you, Hesse. Say hi to the Rippers.
Have mercy. One last time for the road.
Has no one here ever come across a gnome before? Bunch of jerks.
I think they come across gnomes all the time.
Then why is the only clothes they could find Raccoon Jammies Lodge?
Those are the lost and found. Not everybody gets what they want.
What kid loses his Raccoon Jammies?
A very sad one.
All right, I'm done being that mad about it.
Okay, that's good.
So Andesir gets armor and a longbow.
Stop it, Clay.
Roland gets a magic ring. Garna gets
raccoon
pajamas.
Yes.
This is fantastic. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Let's get back on task here. You leave the Emperor's Witch Hand. Snow has begun to fall, and a fierce icy wind comes out of the east. The day is dark, and the road is long. So you head out of the gates of Daggerford on the road to Loudwater. You stop one night along the way to make camp. The wind is howling, and snow continues to fall.
I'd rather sleep out here in the cold than walk into another tavern looking like this.
And you guys find yourself hunkering down for the night in the almost blizzard-like conditions. There's snow and sometimes even like sleet. There's like a weird fog that kind of rolls through. It's really terrible. And you're able to make fire. Andesir's able to keep it lit. And with Solace's prestidigitation, she's able to help with that too. And you guys kind of settle down for the night with the tents that actually Hesse and Aunt Becky gave you. And yeah, you're just kind of sitting by the fire, deciding who's going to take what watch.
Well, Andesir, you and I only have to sleep half the time, so
Yeah.
we could go ahead and take the watches again. That sounds like a plan. Which one do you want?
I'll take the first watch. I like to stay up late and sleep in.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are just hanging out, playing some light music, maybe from time to time, and chilling, literally and figuratively, and except for one deep gnome, who is quite snuggly. And all you see of Burt Reynolds is a mound of fur and a giant hat. You can't really see any other features. It's just like almost like a pyramid of furs and then a furry
What
hat.
does this remind me of? Is it those people from the Dilbert comic strip? Where they're like a giant fur
right.
hat and
Yeah, they
feet?
have that's right. Yep, that's it. Yep.
Yeah, I think I can picture that. Okay. So, yeah, he's just like ensconced in furs and kind of sitting quietly as you guys chat. He doesn't really say a whole lot. He did find some chewing gum that he seems to be chewing at the moment. But that's about it.
They have chewing gum in this world?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's the gum from a tree.
Yeah.
And you just
Okay.
I'm sorry, who was taking what watches? I know you guys said, but...
Andesir's taking first watch, I'm taking second watch.
Okay.
I'm on first.
And everybody else is just sleeping through the night?
Yes.
Okay. And then... Okay.
Garnick, why are your hit points down? Oh, this is a different,
Yeah, just make sure they're filled up.
thing.
Sorry, that's probably my bad. Let's see. Let's roll... Okay. So the rest of you go in your tents. Andesir was first watch. Andesir's up.
Did Bert not get a tent?
No, he does not have a tent.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yep. He seems fine though in his fur pile.
Bert can have my tent till I'm ready to sleep. I'm
Okay.
kicking him out.
He will go in there then. He says, "Wow, nobody's ever been nice to me before." No
Nobody?
response? Okay.
Nobody.
We be nice to them if they be nice to us.
I remember healing you before.
Yeah, I'm already asleep.
That doesn't count.
He sticks one head out, or like his head out, and says, "Sorry, I should have mentioned that. I'm not used to people being nice, though.
Oh.
Remember, I used to
Fine.
work for a shade."
Yes, we do.
Oh, we remember.
Oh, that's right.
And where Agrak was sitting, there's just a pile of glitter. And his whole tent flap is covered in it as well.
Yes.
It's just trailing it.
Yeah. Andesir, you're sitting by the fire and taking your watch. Do you do any sort of patrolling or anything like that?
I patrol. I'm just not far. I might just walk around the outside of our tents.
Kind of like within the light.
Uh-huh.
Okay, can you roll perception for me?
Perception. Yeah.
Okay. You swear you saw the glint of something over here.
That over there. Can I see it any clearer now that I'm trying to stare at it?
You can roll perception again if you'd like.
I think he would like.
Yeah, you definitely saw something over there. You see what appears to be the blade of a short sword of a shadowy hooded figure. And he seems to be sneaking up on your party.
Oh, well.
Do I wake everybody, or do I just try to take him on myself? That's a dumb idea, right?
We're all asleep. We can't help now.
I'm gonna shout out, Argok! Roll in! Not roll in. Solus!
Oh wait, somebody useful.
Heck, man!
You actually hear him say, "Not rolling."
He left! He just left!
Wait, that's a bad idea. Let me get somebody else here really quick.
I gotta wait for him to get his ears back. Roland, you've got next watch. I have to let you sleep.
Unbelievable.
You've got next watch. I'm doing you a courtesy.
Don't talk.
Wait. Where's my explanation why you didn't call the gnome in jammies?
You look so cute, cuddled up.
Stop it, you punk.
I just can't wake him.
Can you another half elf? Can you believe it?
Back home, I couldn't wake you up.
Okay, so
I point out the guy and say, we're not alone. Something's out there. I see a blade.
okay, and with that,
Oh boy.
let's see. Do that one. $21 to hit on Andesir.
Oof. Yeah.
That will hit your AC.
Yes.
You see a blue firebolt come out of that area over there where you saw a shadowy figure with a blade, and it hits you right in the chest. And it's freezing cold, and it starts you on fire, but it's super cold. And so you
On fire.
take. Yep. You take.
So the shadowy figure is Elsa.
Yes. I heard.
She just froze your heart, dude. Garnock, I'm gonna need you to commit an act of true love. Thaw and Asir's frozen heart.
You take 11.
Well, he's a dead elf.
11.
11 ice
Holy
damage.
cow.
Whoa.
Yep.
Garnock
Just cut me in
Garnock
half.
Garnock hears the sounds of spell work and just immediately jumps up out of bed, looking cozy and awesome, and he goes busting out of this. Little tail flapping behind him, goes busting out of the tent.
Rabbit squirrel.
Who disturbs my slumber?
You know, I didn't mention it to everybody in chat, but if you rearrange the letters in Garnock's name, it actually spells R-A-C-K-U-N, which is raccoon. He's a raccoon G. So
Don't encourage this anymore, okay? Please.
dwell on that for a minute.
And then you also hear another whoosh as another firebolt comes in at you.
Me?
Not you.
Okay.
It comes in at Agrak. Nope, Garnock, because he moved in.
What?
closer.
Why do you hate me?
You
It's
walked
a little
right into
raccoon
it.
jumping in front of me going, no!
I walked right into it. I moved to the edge.
You walk. He was going to shoot at the closest person. You happen to be the closest person.
I just want to say the music is not really cutting out at all. It's actually sounding really good. So whatever
good.
we did there, kudos.
I think it's the non-spell effects on the screen.
Oh,
It's gonna be my guess.
sure, okay.
So that's a bummer, but at the same time, it's nice to have it work.
Honestly, I feel like the spell effects are really cool, but the music, I think, is better for them.
Music's better.
Yeah.
Good feedback. I like it.
Yep.
Yeah. So a firebolt comes in once again, blue one, you should say, and an 8 to Garnock, which will, I'm assuming,
That does not hit.
Good.
even through the Tanuki suit.
He was distracted by my jammies. I don't blame him.
I was hoping that the Jamies
looks
are gonna have some kind of
stupid.
magical enchantment against ice magic or something. And they're like, if they turn out to be the most valuable garment Garnock has ever seen in his life.
They're Sherpa.
He hasn't attuned to it yet.
He's
So.
a mithril raccoon.
Wait, you can attune to it?
I mean, maybe. He hasn't finished a full long rest with it,
That's true. Yeah, that's a good
so
point.
we don't really know what's going to happen.
If you make these super powerful and I have to be in them the rest of the time,
I might.
how dang it. Anyways,
Kylaris,
anyways,
you
I'm
know what
just-
to get Orin for Christmas.
That being
How many
said,
channel points for Tanuki Orange?
oh my god.
Yes, making a redemption.
Oh, he did it.
Yes!
Oh no. Goose called
No,
me
we need a
out.
full suit. Full suit. Raccoon jammies, Orin size.
Cassandra would redeem that every chance she
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna say
Berry.
I've got 200,000 channel points. I can afford it.
We're all willing.
So do I, dude. So do I.
Oh, man. Yeah, this just makes Garnock even angrier than he already was because this guy shot a spell at him, although he's slightly glad that it appears the assassin was distracted enough by either thinking he was a child along with them or just considering how ridiculous this gnome looks.
Like, whoa, that gnome, that whatever that is, that's adorable.
With that, the cube of chat spits out a spiritual weapon in the form of a blue and fuchsia raccoon. It interchangeably changes colors. It just spins around with its tail like this, and it's very stationary. But it spins around in circles and then darts towards this guy. who is down a cliff, by the way. That's like down in a valley. That's
so we have the high ground.
Frozen river. You do have the high ground.
Oh, nice.
But he or she also has partial cover. And the spiritual weapon goes in and hits, I believe. Yes. Spiritual weapon. It's just this very stationary, rigid raccoon flying through the air, and it just barrels into this thing. And
Like a taxidermied raccoon?
almost. Because I think that's more comical. And
Did they stuff it before it became a magical object, or after?
You'll have to ask the Cube of Chat after battle, I suppose.
Oh, okay.
2d plus 2. I couldn't remember my formula. Right, let's do some damage here. 10 damage.
Yes, let's go raccoon.
Let's see how many hit points.
Team raccoon, baby.
That's right. Okay.
It's really loud.
All right, I'll turn it down again. It gets really weird. I don't know how to. Oh, it's because the sign was a little louder. That's why. Give me a second. I'll turn down the.
It's great music, though.
Thank you.
It's very
It's hard to
jaunty.
manage.
Yep. You do great, Locke. You do a good job.
Thank you. I appreciate the help.
This is after you said, I hate you so much.
I mean, that's our friendship in a nutshell.
He's practically family, so I hate him, but I also love him.
There you go.
That's me. Let's see. So, whose turn is it? It is now Mongoose' turn.
Oof. Okay. So.
AKA Andesir.
Yeah. So that hurt a lot. Man, do I have a potion? I do have a potion of healing. I'm gonna drink my potion.
Okay. Oh,
Wow.
Nice. That was a good heal.
Holy cow.
That's like perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
For a 2d4.
You're
yeah.
down like just one hit point now?
2 now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, 1. Right, yeah, 1. 1. Nice.
You get your little healing potion sound.
Oh, sorry.
Blip, blip, blip.
That was on accident.
Bonus action movement.
Movement. I'm gonna move. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's see. So if I move to like over here, would he still have cover from me?
Nope. I would say he probably doesn't.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna step out this way.
Okay. Anything else?
Draw my bow and notch an arrow, but I can't pull it yet.
When you draw your bow, you hear a slight screeching sound, and it actually this gem that floats out from the front of it, and it bursts into flame.
Dragon bow! Dragon bow!
That's so cool. That's so cool.
And for a bonus action, you could do Hunter's Mark if you wanted to.
Yes, actually. Yes, I'm gonna do that. I will cast the Hunter's Mark on this dude who just hurt me.
If music is any indication, we're gonna river dance these guys to death.
It's another dance off.
There's my.
That's all we do now. All right. So yeah, now you have Hunter's Mark.
Does that only benefit you, Goose? Hunter's
Yes.
Mark? Okay.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I deal extra damage, and I can find him if I need wisdom throws to find him.
Gotcha.
Yep, if he's like trying to get away from you and disappear. Yep, so that's your turn. On to Clay.
Alright. I am. Let's see.
Covered in glitter.
Covered in glitter, so I'll be easily able to sneak up on somebody, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Uh,
a barbarian
not gonna be able
specialty.
to. Right, yeah. I'm not going to be able to
Stealth
make
and
it the
silence.
full distance, so I'm going to run up my full movement, and I'm going to throw my javelin.
Okay.
Let me double check my range.
Just to double check, are there any doors into which this javelin can be stuck? Because we've had that problem before.
No doors.
We have done that before.
Potentially some trees or hopefully this guy.
Right.
Or oh no, that's what?
12? Let's see.
Well, if his name was Jim Morrison, then, there you go.
That's odd because on my screen it stopped on 1, but the results I'm getting are 12. So
12,
I think
yeah.
there must have been a glitch with the.
Yeah,
We're gonna
that's
go with it was a glitch
It
in
was 12.
It was 12.
the video.
That was 100% 12. I saw 12.
All right.
12 all the way. You did see a 1 and followed by a 2.
Yes.
Okay. 12 it is. As your javelin comes in, he uses his short sword and deflects it into the trees.
That was my good javelin.
Anything else?
Well, the rest are burst into flames. So.
That. I will rage.
Rage.
Rage. I believe I sang about that too. Yes, I did.
As any good bard would do. Okay. You rage with the roar of the ba.
Did that wake up me and Bert?
It
Or
did.
are we
Oh,
still
you're
sound
definitely
asleep?
awake.
Okay.
Yep, you're able to run out on your turn.
All right.
Lady Locke, I believe that's you.
All right.
Solus.
Yes.
Stinking Andis here, not even bothering to wake me up for battle.
All right. Let me see.
You were almost awake, and then he said not, and you fell back asleep.
Roland! No, wait, not Roland. Thunk.
Okay. Moving forward. And then let's see. I want to
I see people starting to measure there. See what they can do on their turn.
uh-huh.
This is the way.
All right.
This is the way.
I am going to cast Burning Hands. Make sure I don't
Ooh,
have
will
anyone
that
in
reach
my
that far?
cone area. Hold on just a second. Let me check.
It's also down in elevation
Oh, yeah.
of like 10 feet, probably.
Ooh, yeah, that's definitely not going to get there.
Mm-hmm. So you can
Um,
use your action
hold
to
on.
run your full speed again.
Mm-hmm.
Sprint.
Yeah.
Or you could probably use Sacred Flame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me see. I feel like at this point it might be more important for me to get to this guy.
Okay.
So I might just go another round here. Let's see. Oh, someone's measuring for me.
That's me. You could do a running jump down there.
Ooh, I like it.
Let's do an athletics, but just don't roll a 1, basically. Don't roll bad.
Okay.
This has been bad things happen.
Before I do that, I actually want to use let's see, what is it called? Shield of Faith on myself here.
Okay.
So I get +2 to my AC.
Oh, I get it. She's gonna Legolas down the cliffside on the shield.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Wait, what are you doing? You're equipping your shield?
I get I'm casting Shield of Faith. So I get a +2 bonus to my AC.
Okay.
Yeah. If I'm gonna be running up on this guy, I do not want to get hit if I can help it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So- Alright, so you said I could do like a run and jump thing?
Yeah.
And get up to him?
Sure.
Perfect.
Sure. Roll an athletics check.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Where did my shield of faith go? I had a shield of faith.
Athletics. Let's try it.
That's right.
Yes.
Ooh.
She did it! Yeah.
And you kind of slide down past him a little bit because of the ice.
Sure.
And so we can see the spiritual weapon. And so she puts her shield up towards the heavens, and it gleams with the light of the dawn, and then she goes and runs and jumps down at this thing, ready for combat the next round. And then it is Garnock the Adorable's turn.
Did you say something about seeing the spiritual weapon? Because I don't see a spiritual weapon.
I don't either.
Oh, weird. Okay, hold on a second. Currency value. Hold on. I'd even turned it down. You don't see the spiritual weapon. I probably have it on the wrong. Yep, it's on the wrong. Sorry, guys. The whole time you couldn't see it.
all good.
I feel bad.
Oh, there he is.
There it is.
Cute.
2 raccoons. Let's go.
I hate it.
Garnock.
Garnock is fuming pissed.
Yeah.
And so he's just in his adorable little PJs, and now he's been shot at in the middle of the night when he was sleeping. He's just fuming pissed. And then the cube decides to conjure up a raccoon at a time like this. Okay. So he kind of says, you know, in the direction of the bad guy, the assassin, he's like, "So you like the cold, eh?" And he starts casting from Sylvia's orb, and he casts Chill Touch on that.
She says, the orb says, "Take off my sleep mask first."
Oh, sorry, Sylvia, sorry.
So does she look like a raccoon too because of the sleep mask?
No, she just has like a little black, satin.
Okay.
Of course she has a sleep mask.
Fine, Sylvia, fine. And I ripped off the sleep mask and like start to power it up with like crystallizing blue energy, and I cast Chill Touch in his general direction.
It's just a little touch.
I want
be a
Just touch
20
in your general direction.
I
25
want
to
a
hit.
web comic about this character.
Selfish Lock takes a note. You definitely hit the guy
Yeah, a
down
little
by
bit.
the raccoon,
You hit a little bit.
even with its cover.
Come on, baby. Come on. Yeah.
8 full damage.
Wow.
And now we are connected by a beam of. Oh no, that's. Wait, hold on. How does that go?
You went for the one up to the top right, right?
Oh, it can't regain hit points until the start of the next turn. So he is.
The one up to the right or the one down here?
What are you talking about? Oh, there's 2.
There's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one.
Sorry,
threw
I
the
didn't
javelin
realize
at
there
that
was
one.
2.
And then
I
Solace.
I didn't either.
Why didn't either?
Which
How
which
did we
one?
miss
I'm,
that?
as-
I know.
I'm asleep, and Agrakra and I are the only ones who knew he was up there.
It's,
Who's
it's
the
as
one that
if the
shot at
DM
me?
designed the color palette for this.
Oh, hey. Well, kudos, because it worked. I thought he was a rock. Anyway,
They're assassins.
good.
The one who shot at us is the one that Solace is next to, right?
Is that
first
the one
one
who
that
shot
shot?
at me? That's
Well,
who
they
I
both,
shot at.
The one to the
Wait.
right shot at you.
Oh, okay,
Garnock.
then that's who I shoot
The
at.
one at the left shot at Piavis here.
I shoot back at the one who shot at me.
Red, and then you shot blue. Okay?
Yep.
Got it.
Yep. And he's frosty right now, I'm just saying.
Okay, he's frosty. And that does what to him?
8 damage, and he is unable to regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Okay, sounds good.
Nice.
Anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Rolling all your dice.
All our dice.
All our dice.
There you go.
go.
All right, so I'm gonna go here. Garnock, what you just did, damage, and he can't recover hit points, but he's fully mobile and all that stuff.
Yep.
Otherwise,
it doesn't affect his
This guy's not undead, right?
You don't know. They're bound.
We
up
haven't gotten a
as
good
you
look
said.
at him.
I've got.
Because Chill Touch has an effect if he's undead.
Yep. Yes, it does.
You can't tell from this distance, but
Okay, Andesir and I both have.
it does not have an
vision.
effect. We'll
Okay.
say it that way.
Okay.
It does not. Okay, I was going to say, since we both have dark
You're
vision,
the
I was wondering
wizard,
if I
you're
could
ranger.
see that distance and find out. But okay, so it's not. So it is. So we're saying this is not an undead creature.
Correct.
We're not saying that.
Garnock knows that it's not an undead.
Okay, it matters to me, so I need to. As I'm running out, Garnock, is that thing undead? It matters. It really does.
It's not. It's not. The chill touch would have had a greater effect. You would have seen you would have seen the magic change if it was undead. He is not. He is a person, which means I can make him.
We got plenty of time, Garnak.
Which means I can make him undead. After
Let me make a PowerPoint.
I like this barbarian.
Okay, well, I
love the image of this like giant, very clearly not so much educated guy saying, "Let me make a PowerPoint for you."
here, I'll be the projector. You show it on my back.
And you asked if we had chewing gum. No questions about PowerPoint?
I was gonna say I pointed with power already. I did that.
I am casting sleep on blue.
Okay. Sleep on blue.
And when I do that, I get out Tasha and I throw out this. This is a magical word that just came to me one day. I say, Nightall will help you get your Z's. And I cast the spell.
Came to you.
Your spell sound is a cricket sound, just so you know,
Thank you.
in case you didn't hear it.
Well, it says that in the description. A pinch of fine sand, rose petals, or a cricket. You know,
It's like I read books.
Yep. Okay. So it's 90 feet. 90 feet is the distance, so I've got plenty of space to do it. They're not within 20 feet of each other, are they?
No, definitely not.
Oh, not even close. Okay. Okay, let me just see. I'm going to do that. All right, so I roll... Spell falls unconscious until he takes damage. Someone uses an action. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect. Okay, so I gotta roll that.
Hit points, it says?
How many hit points of creatures the spell can affect? It says 14.
You roll 14.
Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose, which is that guy, the blue guy, are affected in ascending order of their current hit points. So I guess if one had like 7, that uses up 7, and then there's more for another one. Is that kind of how that goes?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and he gets a saving throw?
Does not say a saving throw, no.
Okay. And...
Basically, it's whether if he has enough hit points to resist it or not.
He starts to get rosy and then just shakes it off.
Well, if I had known that I was going to use a spell slot ineffectively, I wouldn't have done it. This is role-playing nonsense. How do you guys play this?
D&D.
Welcome.
Right.
Okay, I don't think I have... I already used my movement.
Used all 30 to get there?
Oh, yeah, for my tent.
Okay.
And... I am... Since we've got Solace and the raccoon over by Red, I feel pretty good there. I'm actually going to go ahead and use Bardic Inspiration on Akach.
Okay.
Yes.
So the next throw, the next attempt can be hopefully effective.
A scrub of Tasha.
Remind me what Bardic Inspiration does.
Means that within 60 feet you get an inspiration die. For the next 10 minutes, you can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. And you can add it after seeing the roll of your action, but before you find out the outcome.
Okay.
So if you roll a 20, you don't have to use it on your 20.
I can
You
hold
can
it.
save it for a future action.
Okay.
You're also raging.
Yeah.
And then this guy has a 100 market. There we go. All right, good job, good job. Let's see. It is now the DM Overlord's turn.
Let's go raccoon.
And the raccoon.
Right.
One of the 2 raccoons.
1 and 2. This time the spiritual weapon does not connect as it dodges out of the way, unfortunately. And then it will swing at Red will swing at Solace with its Schultz.
I've decided we need to name the raccoon Dermy, as in taxidermy.
Taxidermy. I love it. 13 to hit Solace.
Miss.
And a 7 also misses.
Yeah.
Or it is not okay.
This assassin slips on the ice as it goes to swing at Solace, and is unable to find purchase enough to connect with its blades as it swings in at you. And Blue will now shoot a chromatic orb at Agrek. Guess what color it is?
Blue?
Yellow blue.
Wait,
No,
I
yellow.
had. When was my roll? I got it through perspiration.
Oh, you did get a perspiration
It had
in the
been
tavern.
so long,
Oh.
I forgot I had a perspiration.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's true. All right, so
That doesn't
I'll
go
do
away
the
with
ne-
a,
I'll
with a,
do the
with a
next
rest,
one.
with a full rest?
no, it does not.
No.
Dang it.
Nope. It doesn't go
This
away.
is redeem. It
It's
stays.
yeah.
Oh, that's fair. That's a good point. Okay.
I'll do it on my next roll if that's okay.
Sure.
You hate it.
No, that's
No, it's fine. It just
Hey, if
took
the
damage.
DM doesn't remember,
that's true.
If you want me to re-roll it, I can re-roll
no, we'll do that on the next attack.
Okay.
no, board's,
All right.
board's the play. Moving
I
on.
bet the cube remembers.
I bet it
Cube
does.
doesn't know. Cube doesn't remember nothing.
It does get angry and shoots you with that little lightning bolt.
it. Come on, in the tail? Come on.
There's a little wisp of smoke off the end of the striped tail. As the guy in blue with the blue dot mysteriously floating around him shoots a chromatic orb at the giant lake guy running towards him and screaming and throwing javelins at him. He's not really excited about that. 22 to hit.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
And you're raging, right?
Yes.
And your rage does it do magical damage? What does it do? Because they all have different flavors.
Rage gives me advantage on strength checks and saving throws. +2 melee damage with strength weapons. Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. I can't cast or concentrate on spells while raging.
Okay,
Because I do
so
that a lot.
the resistance is to like physical things.
Right.
Okay.
Quick, lie.
And
Okay.
blue orbs.
And blue orbs of icy goodness. Yeah, a huge
What are the odds?
orb of blue. This one's bigger than the fire bolts that they cast. And it just sinks into your chest, and all this icy stuff goes all over you. And then the cube of chat spins around. Rolls a T.
Oh, it's spinning again. I don't like when it spins.
Mm-mm. Not a fan.
It's spinning again.
Mom!
Yep.
Mom, Garnock won't give me back my raccoon suit.
Spits out a child.
Garnock, you need to figure this out yourself.
I'm sorry, did you say spits out a child?
No, yeah, I did.
That cube had a child.
A ghostly child with a bottle in its hand says, "Hey, that was mine," and disappears, and a bottle falls on the ground, and you're not sure what it's inside it.
One day I was locking and I saw this huge cube. And I rolled the cube over, and underneath was a tiny little cube.
That cube had a child.
That cube had a child.
Also, Andesir, I believe you're still on fire, so you take 4 cold damage.
Oh, dang. I didn't realize I was in flames.
Yes.
Wow.
Stop, drop, and roll,
what
Andy.
Not that I really want to ask, but what kind of damage did I take for the orb?
You take 10 cold damage.
Oh, ouch.
We ain't
These
playing
guys
around anymore.
suck.
Nope.
Reynolds goes, my family's here, aren't they? And he comes bursting out of the tent. And he throws energy dart into Blue. And we'll see this.
I would... Can I, as a reaction, cast or use Stone's Endurance?
Yes.
As a reaction, reduce damage dealt to you by 1d12 plus 2.
Ooh,
Yeah, go for it.
that's a good one.
Know your character sheet, everybody.
That's right. All right,
good.
so you reduce it by 4.
Great. Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Yay!
Well, at least it's something.
Technically, that could have been worse.
It could have, yes. By definition.
Technically.
You could have accidentally cast it on Blue instead of yourself. So.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Bert goes, I thought I smelled you, Ryan Reynolds. And he throws a psychic dart into him. And
Speaking of burnt. Oh, wait, that's the character. Never mind.
yeah.
Where's the Reynolds rep?
Right. Yeah, we need more Reynolds rap. They're Bane.
I'm not writing the Reynolds rap. That is a bridge too far.
But now I want it.
It's not happening.
All right, so my face hurts so much tonight.
I know, my God.
Right.
My whole head hurts. All the muscles in my head are just sore right now.
And it is back to Mongoose's turn.
Okay. Question. How can I get rid of this fire that's on me?
You can put it out like normal fire.
Okay.
Oh.
Will that take an action?
It will take a, we'll say bonus action to do that.
Okay. I'll use a bonus action to do that.
Okay.
Just
Literally,
pat it
stop,
out.
drop, and roll. There's snow all around.
Kind
you.
of, yeah. I mean, it's yeah. And then I am back to my knocked arrow, and I'm launching it at this guy.
Okay.
Which one?
Red or blue?
Red.
Okay.
Red. The one. Oops, that's the wrong one. That guy. Where is right there? Go. Oh, come on.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
The raccoon or
It actually hits the raccoon and glances off of it and hits Solace right in the neck. And can you roll
not
your
with the
damage?
pointy
There's
end.
a dart
not with the
in my
pointy end. It's
neck.
the flat side, right? It's the flat side.
Actually, Solace, I'll let you make a dex saving throw.
Oh, great.
Come on.
It's always
you can
the
do
dex.
this. You can do this. You just won a dance contest. You can do this.
Okay.
I like you, but you're crazy.
Absolutely.
14.
That scene's been in my mind a lot lately, so I don't know why. It just is. Okay, you're
14?
good.
14.
It actually goes
Yeah.
off into the river that's to your left. You're actually standing in the frozen part of the river.
Oh. Uh-oh. Yikes.
Yeah, considering it
Fall
just
ice.
frosted over like in the last day or two.
Ah.
Okay, so
I better
Andis,
move.
any movement?
No. I'm gonna blame that on the fire. It hurt and it distracted me, and I didn't have a good aim.
Okay.
And new bow, who dis?
The sun was in my eyes.
New
Yeah, I'm done.
And with that, it's the barbarian's turn.
The dragon bow chooses the ranger. Who this?
You start hearing slightly in the background, Thunderstruck starts to play a little bit, just a tiny bit in the background.
I don't remember what that means.
Yep, just a little bit.
I still say it sounds like Donald Duck singing it. Think about it. Think about it for a
His
minute.
name is Ebenezer McDrake.
You're never gonna hear. Oh,
Thunder buns. I'm dynamite.
Okay, yeah,
what are you doing?
Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna run up between these two boulders.
These here boulders.
That's a nice boulder. And I'm
All of
gonna.
a sudden, Ogrock's from Louisiana.
He's
Is
from
that
the
your
bear.
boulder?
Okay, go ahead.
Y'all come down there and come down here, Boulder, Alabama.
Killed
I
Orin.
just-
We're gonna make you some cheesy,
killed
we're gonna make
Orin.
you some cheesy grits down here. If it's not too cold for you.
That didn't take much.
Orin looks like he's losing his lunch over there on the side of the camera. I don't know if we're gonna make it through the rest of the night.
I don't know either.
All right, I'll stop now.
We only have a half hour, people.
Wow.
Seriously, my face just hurts so bad. It's too much laughing.
So if I dash,
Yep.
well, but
Your
dashing
rage
would be
will end if you do not do something.
right. That's what I'm trying to figure out because I do have frenzy attack also, but I would still have to get like another what 10 feet.
You know what? I'll let you do a running jump.
Yeah.
Let's roll athletics a second, just to make sure you don't stumble. We'll bend the rules a little tonight. Okay.
Cool, great. Perfect.
Eh.
It's all going according to plan.
Thunder.
You trip so hard that you roll over and slam into him.
I'm going to let you attack at him like you were planning on, but with disadvantage. But your rage will stay intact either way. So,
Okay.
Okay.
That's very generous.
yeah, that's
Now remember, you haven't used
100% generous.
you haven't used your bardic inspiration yet.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's true.
You can use it with both rolls, too, you know? I guess it doesn't matter. Just take the highest roll and then add Bardic Inspiration onto it.
Yeah, that gets you an
Or
inspiration
lowest.
of
Excuse
an
me.
extra
Lowest roll.
1d6 if you
Right.
want to. Yeah.
Thank you,
you roll two
Mongoose. I
20s,
heard
you
your
don't need-
skepticism, and I knew I was wrong, and then my brain kicked in. So
Goose's face of.
I couldn't see his face, but I could hear his face.
All right, Glaive Thomas, I like it. That's good.
Okay.
Do it again, Glaive.
Oh!
17, 17.
Yeah.
Nice.
You do not need to roll Bardic Inspiration.
Hang on to that baby.
You can
Nice.
hang on to it.
Nice.
Okay.
So you use your Glaive Thomas.
We're gonna
You need to- Did he throw up? Swing in with some damage. 7. Not bad.
7 damage.
All right.
It's the most generous ever. 21 enter. Okay. Yeah, you come spinning in and you trip over one of those rocks. You saw 2 of them, but in the dark you didn't see the third one. And you tripped and slid on the snow and inadvertently buried Glaive Thomas in his shoulder.
Oh,
I look around like, did anybody see that? I
Oh,
totally
they
meant to do
saw
that.
it, Mr.
Yes.
Glitter.
Inadvertent damage is still damage.
That's right. Let's see. And then it is Lady Locke's turn.
All right. Well, the first thing I'm doing is moving off of the ice that I'm nervous about now.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Reasonable. Yep.
Yeah. I don't want to fall through that.
Just be careful you don't invoke an attack of opportunity.
That's right.
Well, I'm
Well, it's just a little
kind
bit
of
of movement, right? You can move
next
in
to him. I'm next to him already, so if I just kind of hover around, doesn't that avoid it?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
take
good.
2 steps to your left, and you're gonna swing your mace, right? Because you're gonna mace him.
I'm definitely swinging the mace right
Yeah.
at him.
Mace and base.
Smash him in the head.
I'll mace you after this.
You saw the sign.
You saw the
Creepy guy sneaks up on Solus at night. She maces him.
That's right. Get out of here.
She blows a whistle
Nice
too.
try.
Okay, 12.
12. That's not great.
The shadowy figure nimbly dodges out of the way, and you see that she has a little insignia that says Debbie Reynolds on her insignia.
Oh, we can't fight Debbie Reynolds.
Debbie.
Yes, we
Why
can
not?
fight Debbie Reynolds.
Debbie Reynolds set me on
Oh,
fire.
I'm fighting.
We're fighting Debbie.
I'm absolutely fighting her.
What a sentence.
Debbie Reynolds
unfortunate.
set me on fire.
Right?
She's serving Zund, who is now becoming Kelzadan,
Oh,
remember?
man.
Yeah.
Right.
She opened up her eyes and she saw the mace.
I've heard nobody... Okay, so some of you don't know that you can do subdual damage, by the way, so you don't have to kill these people. But that's up to you.
Oh,
Wait, do what?
Right.
With
Subdue
melee
damage.
damage,
Forgot
you
about
can
all
do
that.
subdual, which means you're, like, knocking them out.
Oh, I didn't know. I was
Sure.
unaware of this.
I know you didn't know that.
Did anybody else know this? Because I have an excuse.
Yeah.
Solace
I
says-
forgot about
Didn't
it.
even think
I
about
forgot
it.
about it.
Garnock
Everyone
doesn't
forgets
subdue
about
a
it.
whole lot of people, so
Well,
fair.
you can't do it with spells, so that probably makes
right,
sense.
right.
Oh, fair.
I mean, Garnock
Generally
has a
not
weapon
in my, yeah.
in your
You
wheelhouse.
can do whatever you need.
Yeah, all right.
The DM just likes to throw moral
I have to be
quandaries
talked into it.
into the conversation.
So what you're saying is
Right.
I'm supposed to knock out Debbie Reynolds? All of this sounds bad. I'm just, it hurts me.
So you go after Ryan, and everything
Oh,
will be
I'm
fine.
going to. I'm going to.
I'm unfortunately out of range with healing word, so I can't do anything with that
Oh.
this turn. Both directions too, so
Oh,
nobody
that's
get hurt.
great.
Don't worry about me just yet.
Okay.
Don't turn around. No, okay. Still Ace of Ace. I don't want to see you cry.
All right, that's the end of my turn then.
Okay. On to Garnock, the Goose.
Garnock looks around at everybody, and he feels like everybody's kind of like glancing at the bottle and then glancing at him and glancing at the bottle and glancing at him, and he's like, I am not picking that up. Firebolt!
At blue or red?
At blue. And
Blue is Ryan.
yeah, I'm going after Ryan still, because, you know.
Okay.
But so then, yeah, I grab Sylvia in front of me. Fire burns, embers burning throughout her orb, and fire runes across her skull.
cold.
Yeah. Fire runes across her skull.
Anyway.
Whoa! Crit. Roll 1 for damage, and you'll get 2 this time.
I'm rolling it twice.
No, you roll it once, and I'll double it. That's how we're going to play it this
Come on.
time around.
Big. Big number. Big bucks, no whammies.
12.
Nice.
Nice.
Do that
Good job,
pose again.
Sylvia.
Do that pose again. There it is.
Are you trying to get a screenshot? What are you doing?
I wasn't, but now I am.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Oh no.
Oh wait, did you do your perspiration?
No.
What?
We forgot your perspiration.
Perspiration.
Son of a biscuit!
Thank you, producer. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll it. Just all you gotta do is roll another nat 20, and it's fine.
Yeah, that's it. No big deal.
It was so close. It was just on the flippin' edge. God dang it, 15.
I'll give you a choice. Do we want to take the 6 damage or whatever you roll now?
Oh.
Ooh, it just got interesting.
The plot thickens.
See, I feel like integrity-wise, I feel like I missed it the first time.
This is
I'm
Orin
just-
talking. This is not Garnock talking. This is role playing. What would Garnock do?
Garnock doesn't roll dice. Otherwise, he'd be back there with Parnock playing that stupid game in the end. Anyway,
You hear from the cube of chat, it's the Counts of Dunsha. It's quite a pleasant game.
shut up, Parnock.
I'm picturing Garnock over here, not like Hadouken with Sylvia, but instead he just kind of like spins her on the ground. Then if she points towards him, then the fireball shoots.
Spin the sister.
Round and around she goes.
All right, roll your die.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna stay with the 6 damage. I rolled the damage. That's
Okay.
fine. I hit either way, so
Okay.
yep. I don't wanna game it that much.
Okay. On we go. Anything else?
What did it do to the dude? What did
Oh,
it
it
do to Ryan?
blasted him.
Well, all right, but what's the effect? What?
Okay,
6
so,
damage, right?
Yeah, 6 fire damage. Comes sailing over Agrok's shoulder and plants
Shot.
right into the hood of Ryan Reynolds, and his face gets a little melty, and he looks like old school Deadpool. If anybody's seen that movie.
Oh, don't make me remember that.
You look minty. Anyway,
And he takes out a green
Mobile?
ring that
Okay,
flashes
I'm with
in
you.
the
Okay,
night.
I got it. Yeah. Moving on.
he took out a ring and it looks flashy.
It's green and it glows in the night.
I am the ring.
Huh.
Anything else?
I yell once again, I am not picking up that bottle. And then I'm done.
Okay. Roland.
Yes. I'm also not focused on the bottle. I'm focused on I'm also focused on the bottle. I'm focused on the battle. Vowel change. All right.
You're not gonna pick it up as you just run right by it.
No, I'm not even paying attention to it.
Okay.
Once we can pick it up when we win the battle. We haven't heard the victory
Unless you
fanfare
need
yet.
it to win the battle.
Well,
what if
you know
it's
what?
cool?
We're not gonna worry about that.
We're gonna pretend we didn't hear that.
Oh, you gotta be kidding! Are you far away? Ah!
Should have picked up the bottle.
No, I was gonna hit him with Tasha, but I'm a little too far away. Okay. In that case, we're going no mercy on Ryan.
Have no
And-
mercy.
I am gonna cast Shatter on him.
Ooh, the big guns.
Okay, right.
Guns are. Just a quick question: since Agrok is close to him, he doesn't have to do the same saving throw as
Does
an
it say
opponent,
creature?
right? He is a creature.
Easy.
Is he a creature? Each
Yeah.
creature in a 10-foot radius must make the throw.
Yeah, so Agrok will have to.
Oh boy.
Unless you center it off, maybe.
No. Well, hey. Oh, look at you. Mongoose. Big brain mongoose right there. It's a 60-foot. It's a 60-foot distance, so I can.
Yep.
So I can aim it. Like there, right?
Yep. You're able to aim it in such a way
Here.
that it won't hurt him. Yep.
Okay, sweet. All right, we're gonna do that. Okay, so he needs to do a save of Constitution 13.
Okay. He rolls a 19.
Boo.
Okay, well at least it's still half damage on a successful save.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
All right.
Nice.
love
Got
spells
Nicolas
like
Cage
that.
on his side.
I wish I had the sound effect from Star Wars and the prequels
Constitution
with
saving
the
throw?
seismic charge for that. Because I think that would
I
be
missed it, Mangoose. I was rolling, and I was rolling.
Sorry, Locke. What were you saying? I'm
I
just
wish
making
I
bad
had
jokes.
the seismic charge sound from Star Wars because I think that'd be great for it.
Oh
Oh yeah. Yep.
We got a 4.5, which naturally rounds up to 5, so 5 damage, right?
Okay. 4.5.
I got it. Yeah, got it.
Oh, yeah, 5 is
9.
fine.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
What is with him tonight? He's giving us everything. Okay.
It's because it's going to be terrible soon.
Yeah,
So-
he knows
Yeah,
we're about to
he's
die,
worried.
so he's trying to give us. This is our last meal, basically. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Sure, take it.
Last meal. I really like that exclamation. So Agrok. Oh wait, it's not my turn. Oh yeah, Gusty, are you done?
Hang on. I just want to check the distance
At
here.
first, it sounded like he was typing out a really big calculator.
He's going the distance, but
Can I make this?
No, I'm not going to do that. No, I am done.
okay.
What did that do to our dude, to Ryan?
So it didn't do as much as you thought it would, but it did kind of like you see his face kind of like just start gushing kind of blood right here as it like crunches into him a little bit and shears his clothes and flesh. Grizzly.
Yeah. Eesh.
You just want to cast it up. Keller says he's Gusty J. That's hard to say.
Gusty.
Gosh, DJ.
Apparently Sean Connery has made an
Sean
appearance.
Connery.
Yes.
Shaking
The name is Jay. Gusty.
That was a very successful hit you got there, Gosh, DJ.
Okay,
Now it's
so
Burt Reynolds' turn.
now it's Ryan Reynolds' turn, and he is taking that green ring and he is putting it right in the face of Agrok.
I was really hoping to take Reynolds out before he got a chance to use this ring. That's why I wanted to hit Shatter on him.
Let's see, is that a saving throw? One or the other? Let's look. Range spell attack. That's me. That is a 10 to hit. So that will not hit you.
He's as useless as Ryan Reynolds was in the Green Lantern.
Right? That's why he has a green ring.
Oh wow!
I gathered, yeah.
I didn't put that together at all.
I picked that up,
Didn't
yeah.
either.
On a miss, the arrow splashes a target with acid for half as much of the initial damage and no damage at the end of its next turn. Okay, so you get this many. Let's see. So you take 5 acid damage as he shoots this arrow of acid, but you're able to you were kind of sliding and jam that thing in his shoulder, so it kind of goes off and only partially hits you. So you only take 5 acid damage total. And then the raccoon.
Which one?
The one that I control, will try to smash Debbie Reynolds in the face, and will unfortunately miss.
Dang it.
I know, Debbie Reynolds. I heard Kyle Larson in the background. That's
Yeah.
Right.
And
Hey,
then,
Bert,
He's
pick up
dodgy.
that bottle.
okay, Bert will run and grab the bottle as a free action.
Yeah.
We let the
GM's
NPC
advantage.
pick up.
Look at,
Yeah.
look at Bird holding a bottle. What a baby, you idiot.
Garnick, you're in a onesie.
I know, and it makes me feel better to mock other people, too. So.
I may be wearing a really big hat, but you're a really big jerk. And
Thanks.
It's funny because you're bigger than a regular jerk.
And yet smaller at the same time.
Yet smaller. It's true.
And he didn't like the scary acid arrow that was thrown at Agrok, so he's going to throw a psychic dart at that guy.
Sensible.
And he hates Ryan Reynolds, so he will hit with one of them, and he gets sneak attack damage because Agrok is next to him.
Yes. Aren't you glad we didn't kill Bert?
For a total of
I am.
7 psychic damage.
Isn't everyone here who's reasonable glad we didn't kill Bert?
And then Debbie Reynolds didn't get to do anything yet, so she
Oren, you're
will
so tired.
attempt, to blast Solace with her chromatic orb.
Just try it, Debbie.
Oh, she's going to.
She will try it, yes.
Mm-hmm.
For a 19 to hit.
Try.
Oh. Oh yeah, I'm at 19.
Yeah, so she matches
Ah.
the same damage as you.
Yeah.
Did I hear 19 damage?
No,
No.
but she
No,
does hit her
to
for
hit.
Jeez.
She does hit her
19
for
to hit,
18
okay.
full damage.
Hold on.
Wait, how much?
18.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
Locke,
Okay.
why did you make Avengers superheroes? Like, for
Guys are
NPCs for
annihilating
us to
these
fight.
guys. No way.
Can I would like to do my warding flare.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that Debbie can be blinded. Is that true?
Yes.
Thank goodness. Okay.
Debbie Reynolds was blinded today. News at 8.
Yes.
Tyler says Debbie Reynolds is an adventure?
She's very versatile.
Yeah.
Such
Oh,
range.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Whew. So, I can use my reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Oh, okay. I'll have her reroll then.
Becky's so smart.
Miss.
And she rolled terribly and got a 7.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which means, Clay, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yep,
Yeah.
now we can.
Yes. Oh.
Okay.
Your keyboard also said we could hear you.
Yeah, so you blind her just as she's about to blast you with this huge orb of blue energy. And it goes off into the tree line.
Use my other mace.
Alright, and then that would mean it's Magus's turn and Ciel.
Alright.
Okay, now that I'm no longer on fire, I'm getting proper aim with this brand new bow. I say, come on, bow.
And that's just the words it needed.
Or not.
Or not.
Or not.
Okay.
That was the look down in shame that Mongoose just did there.
Yep. As the arrow goes whizzing by Debbie Reynolds and blasts into the ice here, and it cracks and fizzles. The ice begins to melt. In that.
How does he do this? It's just the perfect level of absurdity.
Well, thank
And it's
you.
not a fluke. He does this all the time.
I do a lot.
I just want to say one thing with my bow.
Like you said last night, if it's not his own satire, it's not allowed.
That's true.
It's true.
Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm trying too much. I'm too far away. Maybe I need to get a little bit closer. I'm going to come down here.
Come a little
Okay.
bit closer.
You're my kind of goose.
Actually, I'm going to act this a little bit.
So big and so strong.
You can't shoot this bow.
But that's my turn.
Come a little closer. Debbie Reynolds is an adventure.
Or Debbie Reynolds.
We all meet up at a restaurant, and everybody around us hears, raucous laughter. And remember when we blinded Debbie Reynolds?
Remember when we blinded Debbie?
The police are called very quickly.
The thing threw a raccoon at her.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
The absurdity.
Imagine
the nonsense.
Imagine being somebody who is completely unaware, hearing, and then Goose shot an arrow past her head.
You shot an arrow and bounced off the raccoon and almost hit Solus in the neck.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Sorry, who's the scenario? So it's the waitress.
Oh, my
Taylor
face.
is officially cry laughing.
This night.
Yeah.
Oh man.
wow.
This whole bit's going in the recap.
and then the sound effect.
I just like the fact that I can hear Kylaris from the background every once in a while.
That's our favorite always. Every time.
Oh my gosh. Man.
My head hurts.
Yeah.
I believe it is Agrok's turn. Then.
We have turns. What
Oh,
are we
really?
doing? What is happening?
I thought we
right, we're
descended
still
into
playing.
chaos. Yeah.
Somehow.
All right. Baconator.
Oh no!
Baconator
Hey.
Junior.
Wait, you haven't used inspiration yet. You haven't used
Oh,
inspiration
you're
yet.
right. You're right. You're right. What?
The waitress goes, "Sir, this is not a Wendy's."
Wendy was at the tavern, actually.
Sir, you're in a golden corral.
What's that, Locke?
Wendy was at the tavern, actually. She left.
Oh,
earlier
yes.
than-
That's right, she was. You roll a 1d6 and add it to your roll, Clay. Be good, be good.
Not quite enough.
Good try. Good try.
Bad.
Close, but no cigar. Yep, that's a problem. Okay, bonus action, anything?
Oh, good. Yes, with my because I can still frenzy, right?
Yep. still
So
raging.
I will make a melee attack. I'm using the glaive again.
Come on!
Isn't it usually the other way around where he rolls like a 19 to hit and then rolls 1 or 2 damage?
Yeah.
That's what Garnick does a lot of the time, too, honestly. Okay.
Perfect. Great. This is
That's what
fun.
he was hoping for. He's raging. And so is his character. Lady Locke. Lady Locke. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, apparently I'm tired.
We all are. We're almost done for the night.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
I got this. Okay.
Unfortunately.
West
Yeah,
Coast time.
I
Hi-
don't want to stop.
Okay. Ooh, I could do that. That'd be cool. Alright, I'm gonna cast some Scorching Ray.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
It's got a range of 120 feet.
Yeah.
So that means I can
we
go
go.
after Ryan.
Come on, Sugar Ray.
Ray Charles, Ray Romano,
Yeah.
and Jim Beam. And Jim Beam.
That's right. Okay, first one's going at Ryan.
Okay, Ryan. I believe it's an attack on your end, right?
Yes.
Yes. Get wrecked, Ryan.
Nice.
That will definitely
20 to hit.
turn Ryan into a pile of ash.
And then
Yeah.
Solus punched Ryan Reynolds in the face. We need a cruiser here immediately.
Well,
You still
The
have
much
two more
for
feet.
sub-
Questions.
Debbie.
so much for subdual damage.
Debbie.
Phasers were
I,
not set to stun in this room.
We'll see what happens. Oh,
Guys,
man.
stop being funny.
Wow.
My head hurts so bad right now. Stop being funny.
We
All
can't.
right.
We're just that good.
Okay.
We're just who we are.
That's right.
Also, that
Alright,
was
here we
super
go.
hot.
Oh, that was not great. Okay.
Was it? I don't know. I still haven't gotten it.
Second roll.
What was the number? Oh, there it is. 5. 7. Oh, and a 1. My favorite.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Ooh.
Ooh.
My favorite number. Just kidding. I'm supposed to be a fan of my players. I have to remind myself sometimes.
Is that in the handbook that everyone
It absolutely
gets to
is in
read?
the DM guide.
That's right.
So you blast another ray, and it actually hits the raccoon. And
Oh,
Roland,
no.
I need you to make a dex saving throw. Sorry, I had
I have a question.
third edition
Oh, no.
brain hiccup there.
I have a question. The angle at which... Oh, wait, it bounced off the raccoon.
Yes.
Okay, I was like, if it hit the raccoon, it
I
couldn't
didn't make
also
that
hit
very
me.
clear.
Okay.
That was on me.
What am I making again? Dex save?
Dex saving. Dex save is what I'm trying to...
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Nice.
Quick, chat. Take it away from him. Take it away from him, chat. Take it away. Quick.
What is happening?
What are you doing?
Because they took away my 20, okay?
This heat
Like
laser...
2 hours before.
Done. Go.
I know.
The
Talk,
fiery
DM, talk.
laser shoots past Roland and ignites the tree line behind him.
Also, I did a little
Sorry,
dancy,
Siri,
spinneroony,
redundant trees.
backflippy thing to get out of the way of it because
With
of
a
that.
little moonwalk at the end.
Yeah, exactly. With
Excellent.
style.
Yeah, we
one
did
more-
all that.
One more lace up.
Yeah. Yeah. Ray Barone didn't do a great job, so we're
So
gonna...
it's time for Jim Beam.
Here we go, Jim.
Come on, Jim. Let's go, Jim.
Jim.
Ooh,
Oh.
not so great, Jim.
Yeah.
Looks
What
like
was
Solid
it?
drank some Jim Beam before she did that.
8.
We got
Okay,
8.
yeah, that will not hit.
It's 8.
But it will not
Yeah.
deflect off
we could
the
still
glowing
subdue
raccoon
Debbie.
That is floating in space around you.
That's good news.
We
Yes.
promise we're not trying to hurt you, raccoon. We promise.
Oh, man.
It's
Well-
an animate face just stares at you as it kind of floats around.
Yes.
Like a beach ball in a pool.
Is that a fat joke?
Whoa, that's a thick raccoon.
Lady Locke, are you done?
Hey, the word raccoon does have 2
Definitely
C's
done.
in it. So.
Okay, Garnock.
Oh man. I'll be lucky if I can speak. All right, I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at Red there.
And you're within range?
Yes. Yeah, it's
Okay.
100.
Don't
it's
roll a 1.
160.
Ooh.
Please
Yeah.
don't roll a 1.
Yeah. Oh no, it's 120, but still, I'm good.
Oh. I think you hit him.
Yes.
Her.
You definitely
Yeah.
hit Debbie Reynolds square in the torso with a firebolt. How much damage did you do?
Time to fire the skittle.
You know what? You're right.
Okay.
Sylvia, that was your fault, wasn't it?
It's never my fault.
I believe that.
That's what Mom and Dad always said too.
They always hated you.
Harsh.
When you went to go cast it, the little mask kind of flipped down halfway and got in your eyes. And
I thought you threw it away. What are you doing?
you actually
well,
like,
I'm
hit
not
her on the
wearing it.
shoulder. No, there's part of the raccoon mask.
The
or
raccoon mask.
Oh, the
Yeah.
raccoon mask. Oh, I thought you meant the sleep mask on Sylvia.
No, the
okay.
sleep mask is just kind of up higher on Sylvia's head.
Okay.
Around the whole orb, though, that encases her head.
His depth perception is off now.
I'm sorry, it's
Well,
slipped.
no,
I
he hit
can't-
perfectly. He just lost
I
coverage.
He
can't
hits
adjust
her, yeah, but like it kind of, she turned in such a way that it like grazed her more.
It's so snug. I can't move it quite yet.
I want someone to screenshot that and make that a new emote for the channel.
Hey, Lars, get on it.
Always excuses. And it is now Roland's turn, I believe.
I believe so. Okay. I think I'm gonna give this another shot here. 660? No, 90 feet. Okay. I am going to cast Sleep in an effort to possibly get us to be able to subdue Debbie.
Okay.
That hit Solus as well.
Not if I put it in the right spot. It's a 20-foot radius. 20-foot, wait. Within 20 feet, yes. So, I just need to cast it.
What spell are
Chap,
we
it might
doing?
hit you. Sleep.
Oh, sleep again.
So I'm just going to cast it right here.
I'm going to suggest that you don't use sleep.
Okay.
Based on your trying to make Ryan Reynolds sleep, you think these two are beyond your power to put them to sleep.
Okay. Okay.
Got it.
Well then.
That's the DM being very generous.
It is DM being very generous.
Once again.
And Mongoose
and
words, it's your final meal. So,
I would say
Wow,
I
can't wait
appreciate it,
until
but
next week.
Then there's that, yeah. Okay, well then. What can I do with this? Can I get? I need to see if I can get within 30 feet. And, oh yeah, easy. Okay. So I'm going to move. What is this black stuff? Is that just?
it's just
shadow?
the road.
It's just. Oh, it's the road. Oh, thank you. Okay.
The rest is snow covering the road.
Ah, got it. Okay.
I make maps.
I'm in danger.
He says I'm not allowed to go into his closet of mysteries.
Do it, Roland. Do it.
Okay, we're gonna try Tasha. We're gonna do the hideous laughter. Wisdom 13.
All right. Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
17.
God, my goodness.
Debbie Reynolds was not lulled by your.
No, she was not.
Should not find it funny either.
She's very resilient.
I know.
One tough cookie.
Even though she was blinded, she still carries on. They taste like burning.
Well, shoot. Then that's kind of what I've got.
Okay. Alright. That means it's Debbie Reynolds' turn. Debbie Reynolds, for her action, will run and jump into the water.
She's running away.
Oh.
Solace and the raccoon get a attack of opportunities if they would like.
Yeah.
I think they would like.
The raccoon clubs her for 2d8. 5 bludgeoning damage.
Pretty good
Better
for an
than-
incorporeal texturological.
Nice job, Dermy. Way to
Yeah,
go.
it's glowing between fuchsia and blue, I believe.
It's Blucia.
It's blucia. Yep.
Lucia.
Blucia de Rossi or whatever.
We should have named it John.
Lucia de Rossi. Yeah, exactly. Dermy cast Blucia de Rossi on Debbie Reynolds.
And she will fail her stealth.
We've lost Clay. We lost Clay. He's done. He's out.
He was not ready for that.
No.
I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how to process that.
The actual says Allison.
I don't know any of that French words.
Okay, and then Burt Reynolds says no catchphrase because I can't come up with anything because I've been laughing too much. And throws
Wow, that's a
two
weird
psychic-
thing to say, Bert.
Yeah. He
No
says
catchphrase.
it's a really weird joke, and throws 2 darts. Oh, I rolled the wrong thing.
Oh, that's the right thing.
He does hit her once with a psychic dart.
Ooh.
For only 2 damage, though, unfortunately.
I think I still need to do my opportunity
Yes.
attack
Yep, go for
before we wrap this up.
Mm-hmm. Reynolds.
I just do a regular attack with my mace. Is that right? I can't
Yep.
remember.
Mhm.
Okay. 16 to hit.
Okay.
it. 16
Don't
hit.
pull
Will
a
hit.
Garnock. Don't
Alright.
pull a Garnock.
Finally, someone hit Debbie
Ooh.
Reynolds.
Yes.
The inanimate raccoon just looks at you, and then its nose very pointedly points at your bow as it goes by.
Bird! You got burned! Derby burned
You had to put the
By
fire
an
out.
inanimate object, you get burned. Unlike all of your victims.
Ouch.
Remember, Locke, you're a fan of your players.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm a fan of my players. A fan of my players.
I think Solace hit, though.
Yes, she did 7 damage.
Yes.
As she, Debbie Reynolds goes by and she clubs her super hard on the shoulder, and she kind of fell into the water like just full body with no arms. You know what I mean? Like just kind of almost
What
like
happened
she's
to her
a dolphin.
arms?
She's pretending to be like some sort of sea creature. Debbie Reynolds is.
Total face plant.
Yeah.
What?
So what happened to her?
She's in the water. She's swimming away.
No penguin or something?
I was hoping she
Part of
wasn't
what?
conscious anymore.
The part of Flipper will be played by Debbie Reynolds.
Flipper, Flipper.
Debbie the
Debbie,
dolphin.
Debbie, faster than lightning.
What's happening?
Anyway,
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
okay. Let's see. Let's look at Hunter's Mark. Shantway. Hunter's Mark.
Oh, man. Is there a Mark Reynolds that we don't know about?
Apparently, Mark Reynolds is a baseball infielder.
Oh, there you go.
I know I heard that name somewhere before.
Perfect.
There you go.
At least right now we aren't
Parting
dealing
shot
with.
at her as she's leaving.
At least right now we aren't dealing with Gary Shambling and Kurt Russell because that would just put us over the edge.
All right. That is her turn. Now it is the range's 10. Mongoose.
Good. Okay. So she's in the process of running away. Is that
Yeah,
right?
she's trying to
She's
run
swimming away.
Okay.
She's
Just
in
keep
the
swimming.
process of
Just
not
keep
moving
swimming.
her arms and trying to
Just
away. Yeah, like she sunk below the surface and then bobbed back up. And then she started using her arms again. But
call her
very
Bob
slowly.
Reynolds.
Oh, okay.
Dolphin swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah, dolphin swimming, right? Yeah.
Okay, so I
Imagine you
I-
got the fish hooked and it's wobbling.
One of those. Yeah.
So I say, "Come on, dragon, show me your worth." And I inhale and hold it.
Come on,
watched-
Andesir.
I launch one more arrow.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh. What is happening?
And then I throw the bow in the river.
Hold up. I threw it in the river. His mother
kidding,
gave
I'm
it to him.
But I thought about it.
We
Okay.
don't know if Andesir's mom is like the biggest prankster in the whole forest.
Right.
You're like, are you sure there wasn't a luck stone in there somewhere?
It's a cursed dragon wing longbow.
man.
They wanted it out of the village.
Oh my gosh. That is terrible. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
I,
Play.
I put the bow away. I put it back on my back. Like maybe I didn't attune to it properly.
Right.
We didn't attune to it at all.
Taking a little break. Okay. Agrok.
I mean,
You're by a pile of ashes.
yes.
I mean, you could hit the pile of ashes with Glaive Thomas the Baconator. I just don't think
could.
it's going to do
Thinking about
good.
it.
You might
Can
do more damage.
I find my javelin? Is that
Absolutely. Very
okay?
easily.
Yeah, the forest is on fire. There's plenty of light.
Yes.
It's true. I was thinking about
It's
that.
on fire.
But Andesir's really liking that.
Let's see if I can get up here. That should be close enough that I can, that I could find my javelin and.
I think, Orin, if you went to bed now, it would still be 5 hours earlier than you did last night.
It would seem almost responsible of me.
Almost.
Almost.
Oh, boy.
11 will not hit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It goes into the water near Debbie Reynolds.
At least you're close enough that I can heal you now.
I think Clay and I are both putting our dice in jail after tonight's session.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Can I do that with digital dice? Is that possible?
Lady Locke.
What's the code for that?
Right?
Hack the mainframe.
Oh, man. All right. So first, I'm going to do healing word for Agrok.
That's not healing word.
She shoots a healing arrow straight into his heart.
All right. 4. So
I'm sorry. Though the problem here, I have an issue. This is the sound of an arrow hitting its target.
Yeah.
We don't do that here.
Oh. That's
It's true. It's
true.
true.
It was the shot that Solus that did, though. So it hit.
Goose, don't worry, I feel you. They kick me when I'm down too.
No, it's
in raccoon jammies.
I mean, it's a meme at this point, right? I have landed 1 arrow the entire campaign.
The entire campaign. And I said you could hit a zombie in the dark. That's the one time you did,
I
right?
did it 1 time.
Yeah.
1 time.
Okay.
awesome shot.
Solus.
oh man.
Action.
Okay.
Movement.
Let me see how close I am to Debbie right now. Let's see. It always takes me so long to measure. I don't know.
You're close enough. What are you trying to do?
Well, I was looking into my spell options right now.
You can
I've
hit
got
her with any
burning.
spell you have.
Okay. Let me see.
Any.
Do I want?
Do the code.
Okay. I'm
Give her the
looking
One
code.
that kills her.
at burning hands.
Burning.
She's in
Wow.
the water.
Okay, that'll do
She's in
it.
icy cold water.
Maybe.
And then we burn Debbie Reynolds.
All right. I'm gonna
I feel
do
like we're
it.
supposed to knock her unconscious and question her, but
You can do whatever you want.
I think we're all angry enough at our misses that we just want to hit with something.
Yes, that's how I'm feeling. I don't know if that's how Solace is feeling, but that's how
We
I'm
might
feeling.
overdo
Mongoose.
it, but it still counts as a hit.
That should not be your response for being angry at the missus.
I mean, it's not.
Good. Good.
All right.
Good.
Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna
Might
go
be
ahead
hers
and
for being angry at me for laughing too hard, though.
So first, we need. Now this is, if you have to do a saving.
Code of
Dexterity
fame.
saving throw, right?
Dexterity saving throw. 12 is the DC.
She's in the water, so she's getting disadvantage. You're welcome.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh. Thank you. He's a fan of us again.
I am. She got a 13.
Oh, okay. So that means she gets half damage. So
Oh.
7.
Okay, 7 damage. On Debbie Reynolds. Okay. 31. Alright. She's getting pretty beat up.
Did you just let us slip how many hit points she's got left?
No. I told you how many she took. Okay, anything else, Solace? Movement, anything?
No, I'm staying there.
Okay. We gotta wrap this up. Garnick.
Garnick's gonna fire off a firebolt.
Okay.
They always run. 24 to hit.
Yeah, that's good.
That will definitely hit.
Nice.
7 damage.
7 damage.
That's more like it. That's more like it. This arrow's coming from.
Oh, is it doing the arrow sound again?
Yeah, it's doing the arrow sound every time.
Oh no, we will stop with sound effects.
That's why I said, why are these arrows are actually hitting the target?
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, so she gets hit with a bolt from your sister Sylvia's skull, and just it ignites the part of her cloak that's not under the water. She's having a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Finish him, Robin.
Guy. Nothing I can do will contribute towards subduing, and we can't let her get away.
You
We
don't
all
have
in
vicious
agreement on
mockery?
that? It's a well, no, it's psychic damage.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, it's a good call. I saw my wisdom save as 13. And I
Are
feel
you
like,
trying to
she
keep her
gets-
alive? Is that what you're nervous about?
I would prefer to, but if all things being equal, you know, we
Yes,
we have to
this
offer.
could possibly kill her.
what, vicious mockery?
Yeah.
Well, I'm willing to take that risk.
Okay.
I can't reach her. I can't reach her
Debbie
for a
Reynolds,
physical attack.
save her.
She's had a good run.
Yeah, I do not. Whoa, there it is. Now he's just playing with the sound effects. I don't have throw as an action, so I can't throw my dagger. It's all. The only thing I can actually do is give this a shot.
Well, yeah, even throwing your dagger won't be. That's not subdual because you're gonna sink it into her neck or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna use vicious mockery.
Okay,
it's a
does
60
she have
foot,
to
I'm close enough.
roll wisdom?
Yeah, she has to have a wisdom 13.
Okay.
I really needed Locke to play that arrow sound again after he said, sink it into her neck. it just keeps happening. It's killing me the more it happens.
Yeah. Since she got disadvantaged, she would have rolled a 20, but instead she got a 4.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
All right. Well, it's only 1d4, so we'll. And she gets disadvantage on her next attack roll.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, I rolled a 4. I'm doing good. The d4s are happy for me.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. You guys are
can't
nickel
believe-
and diming her.
I can't believe. Well, it's all I could do.
I know.
Nobody nickels and dimes Debbie Reynolds.
That's right.
She only takes quarters.
And it is Debbie Reynolds' turn, and she attempts to swim.
Endicere, where's your quarterstaff?
I've been doing it wrong all night.
And the raccoon that you thought was inanimate wakes up and says, "Penny for your thoughts," as he tries to crack Debbie Reynolds over the head.
What is happening?
Please, raccoon, end this.
Oh, and misses. Terrible.
Oh, Bert, you're only
Come
hope.
on.
Yeah, burnt. Not burnt. Burt Reynolds.
No, he's no longer
Excuse
burnt.
me.
He's Bert. Oh, jeez.
Hold on a second. He gets 2. Nope.
Bert, no.
Straight into the water.
It's all up to you, Andesir. Fire a dragon arrow.
It is Anderson's turn.
Do it. Do it, Goose. You got to do it. You got to do it.
You gotta.
You need vindication. You can hit him easy. Or her,
so-
excuse me.
The bow is on my back.
You can take it off as a free action.
It's not working right.
You're firing it from your back?
No.
There's your problem.
There's your problem.
I am not using the bow. The bow
Okay.
is put away.
Uh-huh.
I grab a couple rocks off the ground
Ah.
and I cast magic stone on them. and I'm going to toss one of them. straight at her.
Before you can do that, the cube of chat glows and blasts you with a golden ray of energy and inspiration.
Ooh.
Would you like to use your bow?
It just got interesting.
Goose, you gotta. Goose, come on. You gotta. Finish it, Goose. Finish it. Finish it
Be
with
true
the
to your
dragon
character.
bow, Goose.
Be
Do
true
it.
to your character.
As the rocks are glowing, I hear like a faint some voice coming out of the bow.
It's Churl.
It's
Use the force, Luke.
exactly. That's exactly
Churl's
what
been
it is.
sitting on the bow the entire time. He's been ruining its balance every time he
And so I keep the rocks. They're still enchanted, but I put them in my pocket, and I pull the bow off, knock an arrow, and let it
Says,
fly.
use the force.
Roll another one. Roll another
again.
one.
17.
With the
And
first
just as you fire, you look over and Churl is sitting on your shoulder. And a fiery arrow sinks into the base of Debbie Reynolds' skull as she sinks beneath the waves of the river.
Yes!
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Sorry, Debbie Reynolds.
Yes.
And
Oh no, we killed Debbie Reynolds.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bert says, "Good riddance." And
Sorry for your loss.
you guys look around you as Debbie sinks beneath the waves. You see a pile of ash that used to be Ryan Reynolds and a forest on fire. Like, it is just...
Oh no.
We're very subtle. Nobody knows we're coming.
D.Y. Mongoose just killed Debbie Reynolds.
That's right.
Okay, so the forest is on fire.
Yeah. Sorry about
I'm gonna.
that.
That's the wrong one.
Churl goes and rides on your shoulder as you run over there. He's really here.
I'm running over here.
You didn't realize
And-
he had hidden in your backpack this entire time.
I'm looking around. I'm looking for any animals coming out of the forest.
Mm-hmm.
I want to protect them. But also while I'm here, I noticed that pile of ashes over there. Do I see anything in that pile of ashes?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I wanted to run over and search that pile of ashes
okay.
and see if there's anything
Well,
useful,
let's look.
either
You guys rock
Gear or
paper
information.
scissors to. You guys rock paper scissors to like search the pile of ashes.
no, because I'd roll.
What was
What
that?
was that?
That was the thing. I punched something on my phone and it opened something up, and I didn't realize the volume was on.
Okay.
As you get
I thought I heard like the
closer,
Benny Hill theme song. It was me and Clay running circles around the pile of ashes.
I thought it was Saturday
No,
Night Live.
yeah,
Yakety
that was-
sax.
Yakety sax. That was
Yes,
playing while you were
yakety sax.
shooting your bow. Is what was going on.
I thought it was SNL. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Live at Saturday night. You actually find that the cloak was not, in fact, damaged, and you rustle all of the ashes that, this is gross, that was Ryan Reynolds off of it, and you
I shake Ryan Reynolds out of the cloak.
as you do that, gross. A bunch of glitter also goes off into the air, and it's starting to become less, but you still have a ton everywhere. And you actually do one of these, like a glitter rocket out of your nose, and you discover a cloak of elvenkind.
A cloak of elvenkind.
Yes, the two half elves in your party definitely know what it is and are able to tell you.
I was almost gonna give Argok whatever was there, but that's an elven cloak. I'm taking it.
Yeah, that's
It
a
wouldn't
you
even
thing.
fit him.
What is this? A big loincloth?
And Agrok, you do find a short sword +1 in there.
The loincloth of elvenkind.
And Kylar's pointed out that you never bothered to find out what was in the bottle that you made Bert pick up.
That's a good point.
And also,
What's
she
in
couldn't
the
watch your
bottle?
failure anymore, so she's actually the one that gave instant inspiration.
I knew it. I knew it was her.
Bert, what's in the bottle really quick before we finish?
That's actually why I went ahead and used the bow. So I was
okay.
I know that's Kylara's doing that. I can't not do that.
Absolutely. Bert says it's a, it's a greater healing potion. It's a really great
Oh,
potion.
nice. Good deal.
Cool.
Don't worry, Goose.
Is
I'm afraid of
there-
her too.
Is there anything?
Aren't we all? Haven't we all developed a healthy fear of Kylaris by this point?
Is there anything over by where Debbie went down?
Are you willing to go in the water to get it out?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
And it was
What
on
kind of
that
armor
day
are you wearing?
when Andesir murdered Debbie Reynolds that Solace
Not
tragically
the
died of
swimming kind.
hypothermia.
I'll tie a rope to something, lower myself
Me,
down.
pick me, pick me.
Pick him. Don't pick him.
I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm.
You
gonna-
find a cloak of protection.
Oh, good.
Dan, you said
Didn't
something
protect
about
Debbie too much.
I was thinking, I was
there was
just
something
gonna
else
say.
with the cloak.
Faulty.
Short sword +1.
Plus one short sword.
What is happening over there?
Goose said it didn't help Debbie.
Peripherus in chat?
Is Andesir a Debbie Downer?
He's a Debbie Downer.
That is his title.
Love it.
Andesir.
Andesir, the Debbie Downer.
Debbie Downer. Perfect.
I love it. Let's see, what else do you find on this?
That's great.
Well done. Well done. I approve. That's what you named the bow.
Oh,
Debbie Downer.
the name
Debbie
of the
Downer,
bow.
the dragon wing bow.
I love it. There you go.
I love how we're all dying. Becky's just up there, just stone faced.
He's just like, what have I done? What a bunch of idiots.
I'm just kind of zoning, trying to find my cloak.
You find a dagger
found
+1
it.
on Debbie Reynolds as well.
Oh.
She's married to Locke. She's able to withstand
Oh, she's fine.
a lot of like
Should be right.
It's all,
Jokey
this is all
humor.
background noise by now, you know.
As you guys are picking through the remains of various Reynolds, Churl begins to utter a spell in his little patties and creates this giant orb of water and just
Oh,
Put out
good.
fire.
puts out the entire fire.
Nice job.
Thank goodness. I was like
Nice job,
trying to
Cheryl.
think of what I could do. I'm like,
Thank you, Charles.
I don't think Spare the Dying works on forests.
Yes, thank
Nope.
you, Kyler. Debbie Downer, the dragon wing bow is now canon.
That's now
Debbie Downer, Glaive Thomas. Glaive Thomas, Debbie Downer.
Nice. Okay, we did it.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys have downed the first two Reynolds assassins.
and Sylvia.
And
yes.
Sylvia.
And Tasha.
helped, she says.
And Peggy.
And Peggy.
And Peggy. The Reynolds sisters.
That's right.
I think we need to go to bed.
Yes. So making your way on towards Loudwater, you guys fight off the Reynolds, and you go get some rest, and wake up. After everybody can hit a full rest, by the way.
Yes.
Um,
Awesome.
And
Yes, that's very good.
Solace.
Yeah.
You guys
Oh,
wake up in the morning, and Solace, you set out your various objects that light up that you've been collecting, and
Yeah.
you set out your shield before you, and your mace on top of it, and the clouds are black as dawn hits, but it's hard to tell, and you're kind of distraught because you serve the Morning Lord, and it's always sad when there's not a beautiful sunrise. As the rest of your compatriots are eating rations and waking up for the day, you're already out there doing your prayer to Lathander, the Morning Lord, and you close your eyes, and as you pray to Lathander, a ray of light breaks through the clouds onto you and your items laying before you. You feel its warmth on this cold, dark day, and you swear you hear a voice that says, "Go forth and protect the land with my blessing." After a few moments, you open your eyes, and laying before you is your shield and your mace, which is now changed. It is now that of a Lightbringer mace.
Oh. Hmm.
Is that
That
good?
was cool.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yes, it is made for the clerics of Lathander by the god of dawn. The head of the mace is shaped like a sunburst and made of solid brass. And it glows as bright as a torch when you command it to do so. While glowing, the mace will also deal radiant damage to undead creatures.
Ooh, that's cool.
Very cool.
And you also, your shield that you use as your focus also is glowing, specifically in the lines that make the sun like emblem on there, and your shield is now a +1 shield.
What if it was already a +1 shield?
Then it is a +2 shield.
But what if it's already a +2 shield?
You guys gather your stuff
Cool.
together, and you travel down the slick road as the winter batters you and the snow blinds you, and time trudges on very slowly
I'm
and
fine.
coldly. Except for Garnock, who's in his onesie. And until you're alerted by a sound in the distance. A roar happens in the blizzard that has started to ensconce your party as you walk on your travels, and that's where we will pick it up next week.
Rar.
Rar.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
That was nuts.
we gotta go. That was nuts.
Yeah,
that
we
was
gotta go.
absolutely
Sorry we
crazy.
ran so
So
long,
much
but
fun.
I wanted
No,
to finish that up.
That's okay.
okay.
I hear you.
Yeah. I was having too
All
much
right.
fun.
Yes.
No doubt. Well, hey, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Thanks to the crew tonight, because man, this was. I hurt. I laughed so hard I hurt. I mean, that's what you want, right?
Good luck on this recap, Kylaris.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a rough
Just
one.
7 minutes of laughter. Don't even
Yeah,
put
pretty
anything
much,
good
yeah.
in there. Just 7 minutes of laughter.
Yep. This is what happened. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us again. We will be back next Monday, right? Are we good next Monday?
Next Monday is on schedule, yeah.
Yep, I think we're good. So we will be back next Monday, 9 p.m. EDT, 6 p.m. PDT, and we hope you all had a good time, and we hope to see you next week. So we will talk to you later. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Everybody.
Bye.